Welcome, my little couch potatoes, to the comfiest courtroom on the internet. I'm your host, Llama, and it's time for dramatic testimony, overruled objections, and absolutely unqualified opinions. So grab your snuggiest blanket, some delicious snacks, and get ready to watch court with your internet besties. This is Couch Court with Llama.
Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome. Good morning, afternoon, evening. I don't know what time it is you're watching this, but either way, happy all of that. Happy Friday. I don't know about you all, but I am so happy it is Friday. I'm so happy that it's Friday. Yay for us. So it looks like we get our first full day of trial in the Nevada versus Devyn Michaels trial. Normally they've been starting much later, but today it looks like we're going to have a full day, which I love. Hopefully the audio is better. I saw a different source is streaming the trial, so we're going to try that one today and see if the audio is any better. But before I get into a brief recap of what happened last night or yesterday, I guess, again, the time zone difference. Not a fan, you guys. I thought I would be all about, having a later trial, all of that, not having to wake up so early. I was wrong. I was wrong about that. It's very, very wrong about that. Anyway, let's say hi to everybody. Hi, 80s Music Man. Good morning. Hope you're doing well. Lady in Gray. Hello. Good afternoon. Almost. We got 4 minutes, Lady in Gray. Do not rush the day. I'm just kidding. Kelly P. Good morning. Good morning, Bestie. I hope you're doing well today. Let's see. So here's some things I'm going to work on this weekend and bring to you guys on Monday, because obviously I haven't had the time because the trial is so late. And then we did a true crime and wine time. Oh, by the way, it just popped up. I think we're good. Amos, by the way. Anyway, there was a backstage comment. Kind of forgot what I was doing. Anyway, I haven't had the time to do very much. So this weekend, what I want to do is I'm going to screenshot all of Devyn's journal writings, decipher those for us, and we'll read those. I'm going to try also to make the audio of the jailhouse phone call from Devier and Devyn. I'm going to try to clean that up if I can. And then I would also like to try to clean up the testimony of Devier, and maybe we'll just release that, separately, since it was really, really hard to hear for a lot of people. Now, I'm not promising all of that by Monday, but that is on my to-do list this weekend. So we'll see if we can get that together. I definitely know I can do the journal things. I don't know about the audio for the phone call and the testimony, but I will try my best, because Devier took the stand last night. I'm surprised. Well, he's not going to be on the stand this morning. They finished him up last night, which was surprising. I thought for sure the defense team at least would hold him, so they had the night to think about questions. But Devier, if you don't know, boy, he is Devyn's husband, because they are still married for some reason, and the son of her baby daddy, John. Okay. So Devier took the stand. The defense is pointing their finger at Devier and being like, yo, I think it was Devier, not our client. Which, let me tell you what, Devier did himself no favors on that stand yesterday. No favors to dispel any of that. As a matter of fact, I found him very not credible. Even if he didn't do it, he was not credible in my eyes on the stand. Hello, Teresia. Good morning, babes. I hope you're doing well today. Oh, and Angie too. Hello. Good morning, Ange. So apparently Devier, he had a drinking problem before the murder, during the murder, and after the murder. A very, very bad drinking problem. And when he gave his interviews with the cops a couple of days later, he said he was drunk and that he didn't remember it. There sure is a lot of stuff he didn't remember, including the day he got married to Devyn. Didn't even know that date at all. or the age of his sisters / stepdaughters. Didn't know how old they were. He didn't know a lot of things. He didn't know a lot of things that I think a reasonable person would and should know. And that just made him really not credible to me at all. And even his responses of like, well, do you think your dad would be upset if he found out that you and Devyn were married? He was like, probably not. But then at the same time say that, his dad was known for being hot-headed and easy to anger. He was like, no, he wouldn't have been upset. What? Yes, he would have. I mean, come on. Who wouldn't be? And there's some text messages that sounded like he was pretty not great. Lady in Gray says, I think that's why the jury had no questions for Devyn. They didn't find him credible. I mean, I didn't. He did not do himself any favors. With the defense pointing their finger at you and you knowing damn well that's what they're doing, I just would I just expected different, different responses to things, because somebody's pointing their finger and saying that you killed and beheaded your dad and did that. And he's just like a lot like, I don't know. Oh God, it's awful. It's awful. So that's who was on the stand yesterday. I'll tell you at this point, they haven't really proven that anybody, like for me, it's still even. They haven't, they've only had 3, 4 witnesses. So they haven't really I feel displayed the meat and potatoes of the state's argument yet. But I'll tell you what, Devyn did not take himself off my list, okay, buddy? Not at all. And that could be a problem for the verdict of this case. Some reasonable doubt is, kind of all over the place. And again, Devyn did himself no favors. So that was yesterday. I don't know who is going to be on the stand today. They have brought Devyn into the courtroom. I like her shirt today. Her lawyer's standing up. I feel like he's talking to the judge about something, but they're not letting us hear it. So maybe he's not. Anyhow, so what are your guys? Oh, speaking of, I got to do some promo stuff real quick. I forgot. So you guys, tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, is our show TMI, Too Much Internet. That's usually for our members every Friday at 9 p.m. But tonight, the first Friday of every month, it is available for everyone to watch us live. So you're going to want to do that, especially after the week we've had. Oh my gosh, let's have some laughs and be like, what the F is happening on the internet? That's all we do. It's just a fun time. Lots of laughs. Nothing too serious. So I hope you all join us today for that. Also, in the Discord server, the Courtyard, our Discord server, tomorrow we are watching season 1 of Stranger Things. I'm going to be in there watching all day. A bunch of people haven't seen it. The final season is going to be starting in a couple of weeks. I'm super excited about it. So if you have not joined our Discord server, please do. You can find the link here in our chat. It's going to be a fun time. So that's my plans, working and watching Stranger Things this weekend. Lady in Gray already started because she's not going to be around for the first couple episodes. So she's catching up there. Well, is it catching up if you're starting first? Or are we catching up with you? I don't know. Excuse me. I really did not wake up that long ago, you guys, at all. I'm so tired. Oh, you live your life like Stranger Things? Okay. So still in the 80s, are you fighting Russians? Are Russians a big part of your story? Anyway, so that's what we'll be doing this weekend. Again, come if you don't know how Discord works, that's okay. We'll help you out. Everybody was a noob there once. It's pretty easy to get once somebody shows you how to do stuff. So please join us there. Also, in our merch store this weekend or this month, I'm sorry, all of our leggings are $20 off. And I didn't know if you guys knew this, but in the store, there's free shipping. So quite the deal. They're so cute. I'm going to be ordering a bunch of stuff this weekend. Elbow Feet doesn't know it yet, but I am. So make sure you pick yourself up some leggings, especially if you're in the north, because y'all, they're talking about freezing temperatures and possibly snow for us this weekend. And I am not happy about it. As a matter of fact, I have a pair of leggings on under my sweatpants today. But yes, that's what we have going on. I'm trying to think, do we have anything else? Look at your calendar, Llama. That's why you have some 80s. Showing off some leg in chat. You better watch yourself, 80s. This is a thirsty chat with this trial, okay? I'm just saying it's all, okay? Let's see there. 20s and snow headed your way, Teresia. Oh my goodness. Yeah, same here. Not happy about it. I don't think we're going to get much snow where I am, but I'm pretty sure our good friend Amos is going to be getting at least 3 inches of snow this weekend. That's what they said. Oh, Belle says, I do love the way you do the wings on your eyes. I wish I could. Oh, thanks. Sometimes they're even. Sometimes they're not. Honestly, I only started wearing them this way since I've done this show. It wasn't really something I've ever done in the past, but, you know. But thanks, Bells. Also, good morning, babes. Hope you're doing well. Today, Team Thirsty. That's right. You all are definitely on Team Thirsty this week, I'll tell you what. Hello, Liz S. Good morning, afternoon, evening. Sorry. I know how time zones work. Good evening to you. I know we haven't got to see much of you because of how late this trial starts for you. I mean, I'm complaining how late it is. You definitely can complain. But it's so nice to see you, babe. Hope you're doing well. Oh, that's Amos saying boo to the snow. Oh, there she is down there. Boo. Sorry for that bad news I just gave you. Belle says it's 79 right here now in Texas. It's 53 degrees, cloudy and rainy here. So sorry, you guys. My throat is a little not great today. I know that annoys some people sometimes, but you know what? I streamed for like 10 hours yesterday and read the whole story last night. So it's fine. We're fine. Oh, you're gorge, Kelly. Look at you. You keep falling asleep on the live. Apparently, that's a very. Oh, I guess I should fill this up. I have been known to, so where's that? You're not alone. I hear. The host has muted my screen.
Please be seated. Your Honor, the jury's all present and accounted for.
Somebody is playing with buttons.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. We are back on the record machine. 377-239, State of Llama versus Devyn Michaels. Being against the Ms. Michaels is present with her attorneys. Deputy District Attorneys on behalf of the state. We both parties stipulate to the presence of our jury.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
All right, state your name, next one.
Your Honor, the state's first witness for today is Yoshida Masao.
Yoshida. Oh man, I'm not even gonna try to say that name. That would be Mom Yoko's boyfriend. Also, this audio is garbage. Actually, I think I'm gonna switch back to. I don't think this one is any better.
Sir.
You ask him to remain standing, please, for him.
They were fine. Oh, look at him. Isn't he adorable? Whoa. Whoa. Oh, camera guy is too early. I'm going to need you to be quicker, please. And thank you. Look at this guy. Oh, he's adorable. I don't know how to spell his name. Yoshida. We'll see. Hopefully they'll put it on the screen for me.
Assisted by a court interpreter. Mr. Interpreter, can we have your name for the record?
Takuya Kawamoto.
Okay, you have a card you can leave us when you.
Oh, his interpreter.
You
Okay.
have a business card you can give to us?
No.
Okay. Can you spell that for us? Can you spell it?
Takuya. That's first name. And last name is Iwamo.
Okay. And sir, we're going to swear you in first. So if you could raise your right hand, the clerk will swear you in.
Sir, which language are you interpreting?
Japanese.
Japanese? You do solemnly swear that you will interpret from Japanese into English and from English into Japanese the questions and answers to be propounded by counsel to the defendant/plaintiff to the best of your ability, so help you God.
Yes, I do.
That's to the witness. Okay? All right, and sir, and now we're going to swear him in. If you could ask him to please raise his right hand.
Good morning. You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this action shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
So he can translate what you're saying.
Yes, I do.
Thank you. You may be seated. And sir, if you please state your full name and spell it for the record.
Now we have subtitles. So.
Masao, first name, Yoshida, last name. First name, Masao, last name, Yoshida.
And can you just, okay. All right. And Mr. Turner, you can just make sure you guys can scoot up so he speaks right into that red light. Okay. Okay. State whenever you're ready.
This is very interesting.
Good morning, sir.
Hi.
Yes, if you can just speak right into that light right there, that microphone, that's the one that we'll be able to hear you with, okay?
わかりました。
How old are you, sir?
はい。
何歳ですか？
あー
今年
78歳です。
78?
78 years old.
Okay.
And where do you reside? Do you reside at 2698 Paladura Drive?
現在住まれているところは2867のパラドラドライブですか？
はい、その通りです。
Yes.
Who do you live there with?
あなたと一緒に住まれてますか？
ヨコさんと一緒に住んでます。
I live with Yoko.
And who is Yoko to you?
ヨコさんはあなたにとってどういう関係ですか？
ボーイフレンド、ガールフレンドだと思います。
Boyfriend and girlfriend relationship.
So Yoko is your girlfriend.
Adorbs.
Yes.
How long have you known Yoko?
ヨコさんどのくらい知られてますか
26、7年ですね。
？About 26 and 27 years.
Oh,
How
wow.
long have you been in a relationship with Yoko?
ヨコさんとそういう関係はどれくらいですか
10年ぐらいじゃないですか。10年ちょっと前、10年ぐらい。
？About 10 years.
Oh.
And when you've been in a relationship with Yoko, have you always lived with her at the 2698 Paladura address?
ヨコさんとそういう関係になって今の住所にずっと一緒に住まれてますか？
はい、そうです。
Yes, that's correct.
Turning your attention then to August 6th of 2023.
8月6日の2023年のことについてこれ話します。
Who were you living with at that address?
その時その住所にどなたと一緒に住んでましたか？その時その住所にどなたと一緒に住んでましたか？
ヨコさんと住んでました。
With Yoko.
Was anyone else living at the house at that time?
その時にヨコさん以外にどなたかと住んでましたか？
ジョン、
With John.
And who was John?
ジョンさんって誰ですか？
あ
ジョンさんって誰ですか？
ヨコさんの息子ですね。
He's the son of Yoko.
Now, did John stay in a downstairs living room that became a bedroom?
ジョンさんは1階のリビングルームを 自分のベッドルームにして使っていましたか？
そうですね。1階のリビングルームに住んでましたね、彼は。
That is correct.
And did you and Yoko share a bedroom then upstairs of the home?
そしてあなたと陽子さんは2階の。
2階の。
That's correct.
Okay. So on August 6th of 2023, were you aware of a person named Nikki?
この8月3日2023年に、ニッキーという人を知ってましたか？
知らないです。意味も一緒。
8月6日、そのニッキーという人をその時に知ってましたか？2023年の8月。
知ってました。
Yes.
And who was Nikki?
ニッキーという方はどういう関係方なんですか？
全く何もないです。
I don't know.
ヨコさんの息子のガールフレンドだと思ってました。
The only thing I know is that
じゃあワイフかな。わからないです。
I don't know quite well, but I assume that she's the girlfriend of the Yoko-san.
Of John.
Or wife.
Okay. They had children together, correct?
子供さんがおられましたよね。
はい。
Yes.
Two girls?
2人の子供。
Two
girls, yes.
And then John had an older son not with Nikki, correct?
ジョンさんは、年の上の子供がおられましたか？その2人以外に。
もう一人、最初の、奥さんと、いましたね。デビエラという子で。
デビエラ、probably that the son or children of her former marriage.
Okay, so John's former marriage, he had a son.
ジョンさんの最初の結婚の時の子供さんがおられたんですか？
どっかカリフォルニアの方から来て、住みたい、ジョンが住みたいと言ったんで、ヨコさんに聞いて、OK、いいですよと、私はそれで答えました。その前にね。
What?
それだけです。
Really? I'm not know that.
ジョンさんカリフォルニアから来て。
ヨコさんからそれ聞きました。
That's not high savage. Good morning.
Can I ask him again? Question. It's not the.
So did John have a son not with Nikki, with somebody else?
ジョンさんがニッキーさんとの間の子供じゃなくて、他の方との子供だったんですか？
最初の、奥さんがいたみたいですね。別れた、離婚したみたいですけど、それはヨコさんから聞きました。
He heard from Yoko that John has a previous marriage, and then that's what he heard from Yoko.
John had an older son named Devier, correct?
デビエラという方がおられたんですか？
そうですね。
That's correct.
Okay. So then turning your attention to August 6th, 2023, did you see Nikki at that house at 2698 Paladura?
8月6日2023年にそのニッキーさんとそのこれお家にいて会ったんですね。
全く見てないです。8月その当日ね。
I didn't see her on the date of the August 6th.
Did you see her vehicle?
車は見ましたか、その日に？
犬を散歩連れてったんで帰ってきたら車があるなと見ました。
I saw his car. I saw her car.
Her car?
彼女の車ですね。
そうですね。
Yes.
Nikki's car.
はい。
ニッキーの車ですね。
はい、そうです。
ニッキーの車ですね。
はい、そうで
Yes.
す。
And then on that evening, eventually you go to sleep, correct?
夜ベッドに疲れて休まれたんだと思いますけども。
もう散歩から帰ってきて2階に行ってテレビ見てもう10時には寝ました。
After I took a walk with the two dogs and came back home, and I went to bed at around 10 o'clock.
Whose dogs were they?
その犬はどなたのものですか？
いや、ジョンのです。
Belongs to John.
So then you went to sleep on the night of August 6th, 2023. On the morning of August 7th, 2023, did Yoko come and talk to you about something?
で翌日の8月7日に、陽子さんがその岡田さんにその話を持って来られたんですか？ 話が
私はまだ寝てたんですけど、陽子さんが私を起こしに来て、下に来てくれという。
Yes, she,
Hi,
she came.
Dave.
She,
No, you
he
haven't.
was sleeping, but she came and then woke him up and asked him to go downstairs.
And did you and Yoko ultimately call 911?
その時下に降りて、最後に911、911を電話されたんですか？
そうですね。これはもう死んでるって思って、911しましたね。
I called 911 because I assumed that he's dead.
And when you say he, do you mean John?
ジョンさんが死んでると思ったんですね。
はい。
That's correct.
And did the police eventually come to the house?
で、警察がうちに来たんですね。それ電話して警察が来たんですか？
それでいろんな人がたくさん、警察の人がたくさん来ましたね。
Quite a few policemen came.
What time did you see Nikki's car
何時に
the day before?
その8月6日に
8
ニキさん
時降りてきて、これは大変だと。8時20分か30分、まあちょっとその辺ですよね。
On August 6th of 2023, the day before, when did you see Nikki's car?
8月6日だからに、いつ頃そのニッキーさんの車を見ましたか？
朝は見なかったですね。だから
8月6日
彼女は10時ぐらい来たんじゃないですか。6日っていうのは事件の日ですか、夜ですか。
You're asking August 6th, right?
Yes, what time?
だから事件の日です。
事件の夜ですか。
何時に彼女の車を見たんですか
8時ぐらいじゃないですか、夜の。
8 p.m. around 8 p.m.
Did you see
A lot of
Devyn
talking for
that night?
8 p.m. answer.
デビエラさんをその、時見たんですか？
デビラは見てないです。
I didn't see her.
Did you see Devier the next morning when you woke up?
そして翌日朝目が覚めて
Devier
この彼女を見たんですね。デビエラを。
デビラは見てないです。
No, I didn't see her.
ヒムですね、デビエラは。
デビエラ、him. I didn't see him.
Days later, after the police came, did you notice that there was a knife missing from your kitchen?
ポリスが来た後に、そのキッチンからあなたのナイフがなくなっているのに気がつきましたか？
誰が？
あなたが。
ジョンは？
Let me clarify the question. You ask him whether he noticed that his knife was.
Yes.
あなたのナイフです。
ワイフ。
いや、あなたのナイフ。
ライフ。
ナイフ、ナイフ、ブッチャーナイフがなくなったの
To
が。
cut food.
そう、ナイフ。
ジョンたちはあんまり餌あげないんで、私がいつも大体犬の餌を作ってあげてたんです。その時に使うのがチャイニーズのブッチャーナイフっていうので細かくしてチキンをあげてたんで、それが前の夜使ってたのは朝そこに売ったら乾かしてるところにない。
I was using a butcher knife to prepare the food for the dogs and do it every day. But the next day, so he used that knife the night. But next day, he realized that the knife was gone.
Okay. Did you ever find that knife?
そのナイフは見つかりましたか？ No.
I don't think he's very good either.
Good morning, sir. In the years that you had lived with Yoko,
Sounds
was there a
so.
period of time that Devier lived in the house?
I'm sorry, I can hear you.
In the years that he lived with Yoko, was there a period of time that Devier lived in the house?
陽子さんと住み始めて、
I know, right?
でそのディビエラはその頻繁にうちに来ましたか？
いや、いなかったですよ。そして何年前からで覚えてないんですけど、ジョンがこっちに来てラスベガスに来たいと、それでOK って言っただけです。それ以外はもう何も知らないですね。
ディビエラ didn't come, and only John asked Yoko he wanna come back to Vegas. That's the only thing he knows.
Okay, but you do recall during some time that Devier lived in the house with you and your girlfriend.
その時彼とからその彼女がね一緒に住んでたということは知ってましたか？ディビエラとが一緒になんか住んでた。
知らないですね。
I don't know.
You don't remember, or you?
その思い出せないのか知らないのかどっちですか？
知らないです。
I don't know.
I don't think this guy's a very good interpreter. I'm sorry, but like I didn't even hear him say
On
Devier's
the
name. Did you?
weekend, and if I told you that August 6th was a Sunday, the weekend before all these things happened was Johnathan moving out.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Okay, August 6th, August 7th was Johnathan moving out.
この8月6日この週末にジョンがムーブアウトしたんですか？ Is your question move out?
Yes, I'll just make it real simple. Was Johnathan moving out of the house?
そのジョナサンさんはもう家から出てったんですか？
引っ越すというんで、引っ越すという話だけは聞いてました。だから私はもう2階に行っちゃってたんで、もう
I've
何も
heard
分
that
かんない。
I've heard only he was moving out. That's the only thing I know.
Okay. During the time that you were living with Johnathan, did you have an issue
Who's
that the
Yoko's
money that you
boyfriend?
gave Johnathan, he was just buying alcohol?
ジョンと一緒に住んでる時に、なんかいろいろ問題とか起きたり、あるいは彼がお金を入れる時に貸したりしましたか？
私にはないです。
I never did that.
You never gave Johnathan money?
ジョンにお金を貸したりしたってことはないですね。
ないです。
Never.
And you were never part of a discussion that he was just spending that money on alcohol? And maybe were you ever part of a discussion where Johnathan was taking money and spending it on alcohol?
そういうなんかこう話の中で彼が、お金を、使ってアルコールを買ってるとかそんな話聞いたことありますか？
全くそういうのは私は知らないですね。
I didn't know anything.
Okay. Was there discussions in the days before that weekend Johnathan was moving out?
この週末の前にジョナサンはもう出てったんですか？
いや、出てってないですね。
No.
Thank you. I have no further questions.
Any follow-up statement?
No, Your Honor.
Do the ladies and gentlemen of the jury have any questions for this witness? Okay.
That wasn't great.
Thank you very much.
終わりました。
I feel like I didn't learn anything from that, and I do feel like it's the interpreter's fault. And I'm kind of annoyed. And if Yoko needs an interpreter too, I'm going to be very annoyed if it's the same guy. Sorry. I mean, I don't speak Japanese.
Yoko Willette?
Oh, it is Yoko. And the interpreter did not move, but I'm sorry. It just didn't really seem like he was even understanding the questions that the lawyers were asking him to ask the guy. I don't think he's great. Oh, he's still there. Okay.
立って先生します。それ
And just for the record, we are going to swear in Mr.
Yeah.
Interpreter again because she is being assisted by the court interpreter. So we swear in the interpreter.
最初私がやります。
You do solemnly swear that you will interpret from Japanese.
I think like even when he was like relaying the questions from the lawyers, that he must have said it in a way too that was like very confusing.
Your ability, so help you God.
Yes, I do.
She's the witness. To the witness.
Excuse me.
Okay.
My apologies.
And then now, ma'am, we'll swear you in. If you
Yes.
raise your right hand.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this action shall be the truth,
真実だけいうことを誓いますか
はい。
the whole truth, and nothing but
す
the
べて
truth,
すべて真実だ
so help you God.
はい。
やりますか Yes
Thank you. You may be seated. And if you would please state your full name and then spell it for the record.
名前を全部言っていただいて
That is true, Pam. Good point.
スペルを申し上げて
Lawyers usually do know the answers
You need to move those chairs so you.
to their
You
questions.
sitting the closest to the microphone, because we need to hear you.
あ
So if you want to have a seat, I know you have to stay in.
Mhm.
So we need a chair so you can have a seat.
名前、
これに向かってくださ
私も言うね
Hi, Carson.
はい。
い名前
State my name and spell it for us.
名前を全部言ってください、はい
陽子、ウィレット。
Can you spell it for us?
YOKO WILLETTE
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, for the deaf, not the dash.
You and I have met many times before,
I
correct?
just
今ま
noticed
で
that.
何度か会いましたね
はい。
That's correct
And you have always spoken in English to me when we've spoken, correct?
話すとき常に英語で話していただきましたね
はい。
Yes
You asked to have the interpreter present today, so everything was very clear for you. Is that right?
今回は通訳がついてますんで、すべてのことについて明快になりますね。
はい。
That's correct.
So because we have an interpreter, you may understand my question, but you have to wait until he interprets and answer in Japanese, okay?
彼から聞かれた質問は分かると思いますけども、日本語で答えて、私がそれに対して英語で話しますんで、そういう順序で進めていきたいと思います。
はい。
Mm,
Did you
good luck,
live
lady.
at 2698 Paladura for a very long time?
2366のパラレルに長い間住まれてますか？
はい。
That's correct.
How long did you have that house?
どのくらいですか？もう
29年。
29 years.
Did you live there with your sons?
子供さんと一緒にそこに住まれてますか？
はい。
That's correct.
How many sons do you have?
何人子供さんがおりますか？2.
Uh-oh.
And what are their names?
名前は何ですか？
ジョナサン・ウィレット。ジョナサンとケネス・ウィレット。
Johnathan Willette and Kenneth Willette.
Okay. Are Jonathan and Kenneth's father the same person?
父親は同じ父親ですか？ Yes.
Is that person here today?
今日その父親来られてますか？
わかんない。朝は聞いてますけど。
Yes.
Is he sitting in the front row up here?
Yes.
That's correct. That's correct.
When did you and Dad split up?
何年前にお別れになりましたか？その
2012年。2012年。
2012.
Okay. And did you stay living in the Paladura home?
その後もずっとこのところに住まれたんですか？
はい。
That's correct.
Did your sons stay with you for some period of time?
子供さんが何年間か一緒に住まれてましたか？
はい。
That's correct.
And did Kenneth move out sometime after high school?
ケネスは高校出て、That's correct.
Did Jonathan move in and out of your home for a period of time?
ジョナさんはそのうちに来たり出てったり出てってそういう方です。That's correct.
And how old was Jonathan when he died?
亡くなった時の年は何歳ですか
46歳。
？46 years old.
How many children did Jonathan have?
ジョナサン何年子供ですか？3 children.
Yoko, don't forget to wait until he
Hi.
interprets.
そう。
What were his children's names?
その子供さんの名前は何ですか？
はい。一番最初デビエラ。
First is Deviela.
で2番目がタマヤ。
Second is Tamaya. 3番目が
ジャネヤ。
Third is Janea.
Yes, this is Yoko. This is Jonathan's
His
mom,
Devier's mom.
who he lived with.
デビエラのお母さんは誰だったですか？
アメンティア。
Amentia.
When did John and Amenthea split or separate?
アメンティアさんとデビエラさんがスプリットしたのは
Only
いつですか？
if you know. Only if you know.
もし知ってれば。 いつ何年スピリットしたか。
もう20年ぐらい前だからよく覚えてない。
About 20 years ago.
Okay. Did there come a point in time when Devyn lived with John in your home?
ディビエラもそのあなたの家で何回か一緒に住んだことがあるんですか？
ちっちゃい頃ね。
when he was small.
Okay. Did he move back in when he was a little bit older in between California trips?
カリフォルニアとの間で、ちょっと年取ったら行ったり来たりしてたんですか？ That's correct.
And did he work
Yeah, I
with
think so.
John for that period of time?
その間、ジョンに、限られた期間働いてたんですか？ That's correct.
Who is the mother of Tamea and Janaea?
じゃあ、メイとタネのお母さんは誰ですか？
ニッキー。
ニッキー。
Did Nikki ever live with you at the Paladura home?
ニッキーはパラデラの方に住んだことありますか？
あり
No.
ます。
Do you know when John and Nikki split?
ジョンとそれからニッキーがスプリット別れたのはいつですか？
いつか覚えてないけど、はい。
別れた。
別れたことは知ってます。
Yes, they separated.
Do you know when?
応援
It's crazy.
That's okay.
あんまりよく覚えてない。
I don't remember well.
でも子供が2、3歳の頃、玉屋が2、3歳の頃。
They separated when the Tamaya was 2 years old.
Okay.
About 2 years old.
After they separated, did John move back in with you at Paladura?
その後、ジョンがそのパラダに戻ってきたと。That's correct.
Did there come a point in time when you learned that Nikki lost custody of the girls?
その後、ニッキーがその子供の親権を失ったということを知ったんです。That's correct.
And at that time, did John get full custody of the girls?
その時にジョンが全親権を得たということですね。Yes.
As a result, did the girls move into the Paladura home?
その結果、その女の子たちがそのパラデラのホームに戻ってきたということですね。That's correct.
Do you know about what years they lived in your home or how long the girls lived in?
その子供たちが戻ってきた年と、その後どのくらい一緒に住んだかという時間が分かりますか
2022年の11月か12月頃から2023年の5月まで。
They lived together from November 2022 to May 2023.
Okay. While the girls were living with you and John, do you know where Nikki was living?
その女の子たちがあなたと一緒に住んでる間、ニッキーはどこに住んでましたか？
ニッキーの家、自分の家、彼女の。
Her own house.
Do you know the street or the address or anything?
住所は知ってますか？
今は知ってますけど、その時は知らなかった。
I know now, but at that time I didn't know.
Okay. Do you know who Nikki was living with?
その時ニッキーが誰と住んでたか？
知りませんでした。
I don't know.
Okay. When the girls lived with you, did they have their own rooms?
その子供が住んでる時は彼女たちの自分たちの部屋がありましたか？
ありました。
Yes.
Where did they sleep?
どこで休んでました？
うちの2階に部屋がありました。
Upstairs.
And where did John sleep?
下。
で、ジョンは
下の。
downstairs.
Did you observe John with the girls on many occasions?
Sorry.
どういうオブザー？
Did you observe John interact with his girls on many
その
occasions?
時にジョンが子供たちといろいろこう、話し合ったり子供そういうの
ありました。
Yes.
Did they have a loving relationship?
その親と子供それは愛情を持った関係でしたか？
はい。
Yes.
Did John cook for them?
ジョンが彼らに料理を作って、Yes.
Kept them clean and safe?
そして彼の部屋をきれいにしたり。
そうですね。
That's correct.
And at some point in time in the summer of 2023, or May, did the girls go stay with Nikki?
2023年の夏にこの子供たちがニッキーと一緒に、
はい。学校終わってからちょっと行ってました。
After the school.
After school in 2023.
That's, yes.
So for the summer?
夏ですね。夏の休みです。
向こう行ってました。
Okay. So when the girls, after the girls left, did at some point you learn that John was going to move out of your home?
その彼女たちがいなくなって、そしてその後ジョンが自分の家から出て行ったことを知りましたか？ Yes.
Did that discussion go on for an extended period of time?
その議論は続いてますか？ Yes.
Do you know where he intended to move?
どこに移りたいっていう希望してたんですか？
知ってます。ニッキーのうち。
Move to Nikki's house.
Okay. Where the girls were?
そこに子供たちがいたからですか？Yes.
I should have asked this, I apologize. While the girls were still living with you, did Nikki have supervised visitation?
That's what they
every week?
said, Aria.
子供さんが一緒に住んでる時にニッキーが来た時はそのスーパーバイズ、監視されて来たということを知ってましたか？
まあジョンが見てましたよね。はい。
When she came, John was with her.
Understood. So did Nikki come to your house many times while the girls lived with you?
子供さんが住んでる時にニッキーはかなり頻繁に来てましたか？
はい。
That's correct.
Did you know that Nikki and Devier were married?
その時ニッキーと息子がビエレと結婚したの知ってましたか？
その時は知ってました。
Yes, I knew at that time.
Okay. I now want to focus on August 6th of 2023.
で8月6日の23について、焦点を合わせていきます。
You understand that's the day before you found John.
そのジョンを見つける前の日のことも知ってますね。Yes.
Tell me about that day, what you remember.
覚えてることを言ってください。
はい。6時ごろジョンは一人でパッキングしてました。
Around 6 o'clock, 6 p.m., he was packing by himself.
Did John have a truck?
トラック持ってましたか？ Yes.
Did John have a moving trailer attached to that truck?
それにトレーラーがついてましたか？
はい。
Yes.
Did John have one set of keys for that truck?
そのトラックは一つのキーしかなかったんですか？ワンセットのトラック。
私は一つしか知らないけど、スペアがあったかどうかは知りません。
As far as I know, he has one key, but that's
でもスペアあったかどうか知らない。
I don't know whether he has a spare key or not.
Okay. Did John carry a wallet normally?
彼は常に財布というものを That's correct.
And you said he was packing his truck alone?
彼が一人でそのパッケージしてたんですか？
そう。
That's correct.
Around 6 p.m.?
6時頃ですね。
はい。
Yes.
で、8時ごろニッキーが来ました。
And around 8 o'clock, Nikki came.
Did Nikki come in her own vehicle?
彼女の車で来たんですか？
はい。
That's correct.
What type of vehicle was that?
どのような車でしたか？
Is it a small car or an SUV or a truck?
私はその時見てないから知らないけど、後でニッキーの車はバンみたいな車だっていうのは今は知ってます。
I didn't see the car at that time, so I didn't know what type of car he was driving, but she was driving. But now I know she was driving
Okay.
van.
Thank you for clarifying. We don't want to hear anything you learned after. I want to know what you knew at the time.
今のことだけして、後から知ったことを言わないでくださいって。
So did you know she came in her own car because John was there?
彼女の車で、来たのはジョンがそこにいたからですか？
はい。
Yes.
Okay, but you didn't see the car.
で車は見なかったんですね
見なか。
No.
Okay. What did they do after Nikki arrived?
ニッキーが来た後、彼らはどういう行動を取りましたか
8時ごろに2人で出てきました。
？Around 8 o'clock, 8 p.m., they both went out.
They both left?
Both left.
Do you know which vehicle they left in?
その時、どちらの車で
トラック。
Truck. By truck.
Okay. While John and Nikki were at your home, do you know who was with the girls?
ジョンとニッキーがそこのうちにいる時に誰がその子供さんたちと一緒にいたんですか？
その時知りません。
I didn't know.
Okay. But the girls are not with them.
でも子供さんたちは一緒にいなかった。
い
No.
なかった。
Do you remember what time John and Nikki came back to your home?
帰ってきたのは何時頃ですか？
10時頃
Around 10 o'clock.
Were the girls with them that time?
その時子供たち
い
はどこに
ません。いない。一緒にいない。
They were not with the girls.
You were still awake when Nikki and John got there at 10?
10時に帰ってきた時にまだ起きてましたか？ Yes, I woke.
Did you interact with John?
その時ジョンと会いましたか？
会いました。
Yes.
How did he seem to you?
その時彼の状況はどうでしたか？
普通。
Normal.
What was he doing?
彼は何をしてたんですか？
マイクロウェーブの前でなんか料理してました。
He was cooking in front of the microwave.
Where was Nikki?
その時ニッキーはどうだったんですか？
ジョンの部屋にいたと思います。一緒にはいなかった。ジョンの部屋にいた。
I thought that she was John's room.
And is that the lower room where you found John?
Yes, yes.
Okay. After 10 p.m., do you go to bed?
10時以降ベッドに来ましたか？
ベッドっていうか2階に行きました。
Yes, I went upstairs.
Did you go to sleep or did you stay awake upstairs?
その時休みましたか？それとも起きてましたか？
起きてました。
I was awake.
Did you stay awake for several hours?
その後数時間起きてましたか？ That's correct.
Around 1 a.m., did you go back downstairs?
1時頃、午前1時頃下に置いたんですね。
はい。
That's correct.
Okay. So you stayed awake between 10 and 1.
10時から1時の間起きてたんですね。That's correct.
During that time, did you hear any yelling or arguing or fighting
その
downstairs?
間に大きなこの喧嘩してるとかそういう音とか聞きましたか？
聞きません。
I didn't hear.
Did you hear any gunshots?
その鉄砲の No.
Anything out of the ordinary between 10 and 1?
通常以外のなんか音とか聞きましたか？
聞きません。
No.
What did you do at 1 a.m.?
で1時に何をしましたか？
ベッドのサイドの時計見て、もういないと思ったから下に降りました。
When I saw the 1 a.m. at the clock, I assumed they were gone. Nobody downstairs, so I went down.
Did you expect John to be gone from the home?
その時にもジョンが出てると思ったんです。
はい。
Yes.
Why did you expect that?
なぜそれを予知したんですか
10時に帰ってきた時にちょっと休んでまた出かけるって言ってたから。
？He said when he came back around 10 o'clock, he mentioned to her that he will, get out after the short break.
He go out.
He will go out. He will go out. When he came back 10 o'clock, he told her that he will have a short rest and then go out.
And go where?
どこに行くかって
ニッキーの家。
Go to the Nikki's house.
Do you know why?
なぜか分かりましたか？
まだ荷物が残ってたから、それをまたもうちょっと持ってくって。
He said that some his belongings to the left, so he tried to pick up.
Okay. And he had a bunch of belongings still in the room downstairs,
そ
correct?
の下の部屋にたくさんの彼のそれがたくさん残ってたんですか？
まだ残ってました。
Yes.
When you go down at 1 a.m., what happens?
その時何が起きたんですか？1時に戻られて。
私はキッチンの方に行ったら、ニッキーが部屋から出てきて、ニッキーと会いました。
When she went to the kitchen, she encountered Nikki coming to the kitchen.
And how did Nikki appear to you?
どのように見えましたか？ニッキーがその
なんか
時。
びっくりしたような感じ。
She was she feels that she was surprised.
Surprised to see you?
見てますね。
そうそうそう。
That's correct.
Did you observe anything weird about Nikki at that point? Did she have any blood on her or
その時
anything
に
at all?
彼が血がついてるとかなんかこう様子は分かんなかったんですね。
何にも変わってない。
That's normal. I didn't see anything.
So she appeared startled or surprised to see you?
その時だからあなたは見て驚いたんですね。That's correct.
And what happened when you ran into her? Like what happened next?
その後何が起きたんですか？
彼女は向こうの部屋からステーキの残りとかお皿持ってきて、で私が洗ってあげた。
She brought a couple of dishes, still some food left, and then brought to the kitchen, and she washed, cleaned.
She washed who?
To get Yoko washed.
Yoko-san
Yeah,
washed.
Yoko-san.
Okay.
Yeah.
When Nikki brought the dishes, was she bringing them from John's room?
ジョンの部屋から持ってきたんですね。That's correct.
Could you see if the light was on in John's room?
その時彼の部屋はライトがついてましたか？ That's correct.
So the light was on?
ライトがついてたんですね。
はい、
Yes.
ついてました。
Did you talk to Nikki about what John was doing or where he was?
その時にニッキーにジョンはどうしてるんだって聞きましたか？
私は聞かないけど、ニッキーが飲み始めちゃったんで寝てるって言いました。
Yoko-san didn't ask her, but Nikki voluntarily told her that John started drinking, and then went to the bed.
Okay. So you did not ask her about John. She volunteered that John was drunk and went to
だ
bed.
からあなたが来てなくて彼女が言ったんですね。Yes, she voluntarily told her.
Was John a drinker?
ジョンは飲むんですか？
時々飲みます。
Sometimes.
And when he drank a lot.
飲む時はたくさん飲むんですか？
たくさんがどんなかわからないけど、普通にビール飲んでました。
I don't know how much is, but it's normal. I think it's a normal occasional drinker.
Okay, but it wasn't surprising to you that it wasn't weird that John was drinking or she claimed John was drinking. Is that fair?
彼が飲んでる間にそのニッキーがその部屋をクリーニングしてる、そういうものを持ってくるというのはなんか変だと思いませんでしたか？
思わなかった。
I didn't think so.
So not really strange to you at that.
その時も別におかしくなかったんですね。No.
So you saw the lights were on in John's room. Did you hear anything coming from the room?
その部屋に電気がついてましたけど、そこから何か音とか聞こえましたか？ No.
How long did this interaction with Nikki last?
そのニッキーとのそういうその遭遇はどのくらい続きましたか？
多分15分ぐらい。
About 15 minutes.
Did Nikki go back and forth between the room during that 15
その
minutes?
15分の間に部屋から出たり入ったりしてましたか？
お
That's
皿
correct.
2回ぐらい持ってきたんで。
She brought dishes twice.
And did the lights in that room remain on the whole time?
その間ずっと部屋の電気がついてましたか？
はい。
Yes.
After that 15 minutes or so, did you go back upstairs?
15分終わってその後2階に上がりましたか？
はい。
That's correct.
Did you leave Nikki behind with John?
ニッキーを残してジョンと一緒に行って上に上がりましたか？
はい。
That's correct.
Was there anyone else in the home other than you, Yoshida, Nikki, and John?
その4人以外に部屋にいた人はいましたか？
いません。
No.
What happened when you went back upstairs?
その2階に上がって、その後何が起きましたか？
何が起きたっていうか本読んでて、
うん
本読んだり YouTube 見てたりしてました。
When I went upstairs, I was watching YouTube and reading books.
After you went back upstairs, did you hear a noise from downstairs?
2階に上がって何か音が聞こえましたか？
聞きません。
No.
No noise?
音がしなかったんですか？何も。
ね、その時はしません。
At that time, no.
Okay. At some time, did you hear noise later?
その後音を聞きましたか？
ちょっと1時15分頃2階に行って、でそれから寝たんですけど、多分2時頃だと思うけど、よくわかんないけど、犬が庭で鳴いてるのと、なんかドスンと音を聞きました。
Around 2 a.m.
と思うけど。
He assumed around 2 a.m.
She assumes?
What, 1:15?
After
1
1
時
時
15分に上がったんでしょ？
に上がった後寝たんだけど、その後寝てる時に音が聞こえた。大きな。
1:15, she went to the bed, and then around 2 o'clock while she was sleeping, she got some noise. One of them, when the dogs were embarking
庭で。
in the garden, and then other strange noise
Okay.
was heard.
Okay, so let's break that down a little bit. So after 1:15, you're sitting in bed, you're looking at videos or something.
1時15分の後は寝てた。
At 1:15, she went to bed and then sleep.
Okay, so are you saying at 2 o'clock you got woken up by a noise?
2時
なんか
頃だから
2時頃だと思うんだけど、わかんないけど、寝てる時になんか聞こえた。
While she was sleeping, around 2 o'clock, she's not sure, but around 2 o'clock, she's heard some noise.
What type of noise did you hear at
そ
2
の時
o'clock?
の音は何ですか？
ドスンと。結構大きなドスンと。なんか物が落ちたみたいな。
Something like something dropped from the like shells or some strange noise.
Okay, was it like a bang?
うんうん、バンみたいな、そういう感じ。
Something like that.
Okay. You said you heard the dogs too,
犬の鳴き声も聞こえたんですよ。Yes.
and the interpreter used the word garden. Does that mean backyard?
バックヤードでしょ？
そうそう、バックヤー
Yes,
ド。
backyard.
Okay. Did John have dogs?
ジョンは犬を持ってたんですか？ Yes.
How many dogs did he have?
何匹いたんですか？
その時子犬が生まれたばっかだったんで、大きい犬2匹と成犬ね、それとパピーが2匹。
So 2 adult dogs and 2 puppies, altogether 4.
Were they John's dogs?
それはジョンの。
はい
Yes.
Where did they normally sleep?
それからこの犬は普通はどこで？
ジョンの部屋。
In the John's room.
Is it normal or was it normal for the dogs to be outside in the middle of the night?
その夜中にこの4匹の犬が外に出てるというのはちょっとおかしいと。
不思議です。
It's not normal.
Okay, so when you heard the dogs barking in the garden or the backyard, that was different than normal.
犬がだからバックヤードで吠えてるというのはもうノーマルじゃないわけですね。
ノーマルじゃない。
It's not normal.
Okay. When you heard the noise and the dogs barking, did you go downstairs or just go back to sleep?
それが聞いた後何が起きたかと思って
寝ちゃった。
went back to sleep.
What time did you wake up in the morning?
で朝何時に起きたんです
8時。
か？8 o'clock. Wake up.
8 a.m.?
8 a.m.
What did you do when you woke up?
起き
起きて何されたんですか？
下に
Went downstairs.
キッチン。
Kitchen.
Describe what happened next.
その後何が起きたんですか？
階段を降りてきたらジョンのトラックが見えたんです。だからあれおかしいなと思って。
When I was using stairs going down, I saw the John's truck through the window, and I feel something strange.
Did you expect John's truck to be gone?
その時はもうジョンはいないと思ってたんですね。That's correct.
What did you do next?
その後何をされましたか
ジョンに電話しました。
？She called John.
And did he answer?
答えましたか
えない
？No.
What did you do next?
その後何しましたか
コーヒー作ってまた2階に上がりました。
？She prepared coffee and then went upstairs again.
You didn't look in John's room at that time?
ジョンの部屋に行かなかったんですね、その時は。
その時は行ってない。
Didn't go John's room at that time.
After you went upstairs, did you come back down?
また電話し
その
て、またもう1回電話して、また降りてきました。でもおかしいなと思って下降りた。
She called him again and no answer, so she feels strange and then went downstairs.
What happened then?
その後何が起きましたか？
ジョンの部屋見たけどいないから、で、また2回行ったのかな。
I looked around the John's room and I couldn't see him, and then 2回と went upstairs again.
Okay. What happened then?
その後は
それで、またちょっとおかしいなと思ってまた降りた。
And then after I went upstairs and I still feel strange, and so she went down again.
Okay, describe what happened next.
それと
そしたら犬がドギドが出てて庭にいて、でそれ見たら椅子が倒れてて、コンピューターの椅子が倒れてて、あとガレージが開いてた少し。
when he went downstairs, he saw dogs.
She
She saw the dogs still outside, the dog's door was closed.
Not great when she's
and then
correcting the
also
interpreter.
computer's chair was fell down, and
Not great.
ガレージと
the garage door half open.
Okay, so let's break that down. Did you go down into John's lower room
ジョンの部屋に帰yes, ジョンの部屋に帰ったんですね。
はい
and you saw the doggy door was down?
Yes.
そうそう
そうですね。Yes.
There was a computer chair in John's room
ジョンの部屋
overturned?
のコンピューターの椅子が倒れてたんですね。That's correct.
And you said the garage was open, so did you go out the garage door?
ガラージはオープンだったん
で
ですか
行かないガレージの方には行ってない見えただけ
I just saw the garage half open, but I didn't go to the garage.
So are you talking about the door from that hallway that leads into the garage?
ホールウェイからガレージに行くドアがオープン。
オープンしてたね
Yes.
That was partially open?
それは部分
開い
的
てました
Could you see through and see the big garage door?
ガラージが全部見えたんですかshe could see entire garage.
Was the big garage door open too?
大きなガラージドアもオープンだった。
そう
That's correct.
Did John normally have a lot of tools in the garage?
ジョンはガレージにたくさんの工具を持ってるんですよね。That's correct.
A lot of power tools?
パワーツールとかいろんな持ってるんですね。
よく知らないけどあると思います
I think so.
Did you return back from the hallway into John's room?
それからジョンの部屋に行ったんです。
違うガレージからジョンの部屋入れるかって聞いたから入れます
Yes, can go to the John's room.
Did you lift the chair up that was down?
その時倒れてた椅子をこう起こしたんですか
はい
Yes.
And then what did you do?
その後
でジョンのベッドもしかして寝てるかと思って毛布でこう全部ラップされてたんですそれでこうちょっと開けたら足が見えたの
I went to his bedroom and he was wrapped by the blanket, and then but she could see that the part of the she just opened up that blanket and then could see that the part of that feet.
The feet. Okay, what did you do next?
その後どうしました
でベッドの方をちょっとこう頭の方に動
はい
こうとしたら動いたらたくさんの血を見たんですぐ部屋の方に行って
So
911
she tried to move the other side of the bed, showing a head side, and then
Blood.
before that she saw many bloods,
Many blood?
and then so she
Went back.
decided went back upstairs and then called that
911
911.
Okay. All right.
And Judge, we would move for the admission of one. I don't plan to play again, but it's a 911 call.
No objection.
After you called 911, did the police arrive?
911電話した後に警察が来ましたか、
はい
Yes.
And did they interview you?
そして彼はインタビューしました。Yes.
はい
And did they search the house for a long, several hours?
そしてうちをずっとサーチ何時間もしましたか、
はい
Yes.
A couple of days later, did you notice a large knife missing from your kitchen?
そして2、3日後にキッチンから大きなナイフがなくなっているのに気がつきましたか、Yes.
All right. Thank you, Yoko. I'll pass the witness, Judge.
ありがとうございま
Yes.
今度この人の質問
す。
Is Your Honor intending on taking a break in about 15 minutes, or?
About, yeah.
Thank you. Good morning, ma'am.
おはようございます。
My name is Robert Draskovich. That's my partner, Michael Horvath.
ロバートさんとパートナーのマイクさん。
We have never spoken, have we?
今まで話したことないですね。ネバー。
Just to clarify a couple of things.
ちょっといろんなことをちょっと明確にしたいですけども、
The girls left your house and went and lived with Nikki, as you know her, in May
ガールが離れて、そしてニッキと住んでたと。
はい
correct?
そうですね。
はい
Yes.
You said it was at the end of school.
学校終わってから
学校ですね。After the school.
And if I told you that was May 27th of
Well, it's
2023,
an
would you have any reason to disagree with me?
5月27日。
日にちは覚えてないけど、学校が終わってから、
He didn't remember the actual date, but after school.
This whole summer, before these events, though, the girls were living with Nikki.
その夏の間ずっとニッキーと住んでたんですね。That's correct.
John had been living with you for a long time,
ジョンは長い間一緒に住んでたんですか？
そうです。
That's correct.
and it was understood he was moving out August 1st or August 7th.
I don't think she saw that his head was
7日、
missing. I don't think she
7
went
日に
like
知ってました。
Yeah, yes, I do.
that
There had been many
far
discussions
in.
that Johnathan was moving out.
That's why when the EMT showed up, they were
彼
expecting
が彼が映るのにいろんなディス
something,
カッシ
but
ョンとかあったんです
not
か？
that,
誰と
if I remember
ジョ
right.
ンと私と、まあ、動くって聞きました。
I've just heard that he was moving out.
Okay. And we'll get into this a little bit later, but as part of this investigation, you're aware that the police took your phone to analyze its contents.
その間にそのチェックしてる間に警察が陽子さんの携帯を取っていろいろ分析してたっていうのを知ってましたか？
知らない。
I didn't know.
Are you aware that they have copies of your texts?
I'm sorry. What?
Are you aware that they have copies of your texts?
What?
で
Nikki is Devyn, the woman with many names.
私の電話を全部チェックして私のテキストを見てたっていうの知ってましたかって言うから知らないよ。
I didn't know.
Yeah.
And just as another preliminary matter, Devier lived with you for about 2 to 3 years, correct?
デビエラは2、3年一緒にいたと。
2、3年トータルで
Is that a total or?
When he was 21 on,
1年ぐらいじゃない
About 1 year.
I think 1, 2,
so
not
if he
3.
had said if he had said 2 to 3 years, would you
All
have
the
any reason to
names.
disagree with me?
3 years はいなかったと思う。
I don't think that she has been 2 or 3 years.
Okay, okay, fair enough. On August 6th of 2023, you were aware Johnathan was moving out, correct? You
8月
saw
6日に出てったのをご存知ですね。
he and Nick
Yes,
moving
yes.
things.
Oh.
And they had actually been in your home the day before, August 5th, moving things, correct?
8月5日に来たんですか？
8月5日に何を
I'm sorry, I cannot hear. Yeah.
Yes. Not only on August 6th were they moving things, but they were actually at your house August 5th, moving things.
8月5日には、I don't remember.
Okay. They could have been. Is it possible that you just don't remember right now?
まあ、
それは知らない。
I don't know.
覚えてない。
Okay. You don't recall them being there very late on August 5th?
夜遅く来たのを覚えてませんか？彼ら8月5日。
ああ、なんか日記来たような気がする。
It might be so. I think.
Okay. After you find Johnathan, you call the police, and the police come to your home, correct?
ジョナサンが電話して警察電話して警察が来ましたね。
意味がよくわかんない。ジョンを見つけたとき警察が来た。
そうですよね。
6日ね。はい。
Yes, that,
I'm sorry, ma'am, was that it? Yes?
yes.
Yes, she's agreeing. And you gave a pretty long interview with Detective Ozawa and Detective Skinner, correct?
ディテクティブの大沢さんと
スキナ
スキナさんと
はい
長い間調査だったと話し合
はいはい。
Yes.
The interview began, and let me ask you this, that the interview was recorded, wasn't it?
そのインタビューは録音されたんですか？ That's correct.
And they asked you questions,
まあいろんな質問されましたね。Yes.
and you'll agree with me that when they're asking you questions, you're wanting to give them the best information as possible, correct?
I'm sorry, I cannot hear you.
During this interview, you're wanting to give them the best information
そ
possible.
の時に質問されたらもうとにかく一番の正直。That's correct.
You're as truthful as possible,
非常に真実を語ったんです。That's correct.
and you're as detailed as possible.
でいろんな詳細についても覚えてる限り語った。Yes.
Obviously, the events that you talked to them about are fresh in your mind, correct?
その人たちと話したことを、覚えて、フレッシュに覚えてますね。Yeah.
And you'd agree with me that your recollection of events would be far better then than it is now, well, 2 years after these events.
その時の方がもっとこうよく覚えてたわけですね。今2年後だから。
それはそうだけどよく覚えてます。
Still, I remember it pretty well.
Absolutely. And today you testified, I mean, don't hold me to this, Your Honor, but maybe 40 minutes so far, correct?
40分間証言してる。
そんな知ってます？
Give or take. I mean, we're all here, but this interview that you had began at 10:43 and ended at 11:28. Fair to say?
10時43分に始まって11時28分 today?
When they interviewed you
最初のインタビュー。
Going with this.
the morning of.
だけど時計今10時10分になってる。
She said that clock is still 10:10.
Okay, so you're pretty specific on time, aren't you?
もう時間に対してはYes.
You are very exact when it comes to time, aren't you?
時間については非常に正確です。
なぜかというとその日は8時とか10時とか時計見てるから。
Because on that day I was frequently watching that clock.
Okay, so again, you're very conscientious of times, correct?
その時は非常に意識が自分のこと
いつも
That's every day.
Every day.
It's not only
I'm
that
just going
day.
to point out what I've been waiting
My,
this
my,
morning.
my usual character.
Fair enough.
see.
You've been provided a copy of the transcript of your interview, correct?
インタビューのそのトランスクリプト書いたもの全部出されましたね。
意味がわからない
その
それ。
インタビューの話した内容を全部内容を裁判所に出されましたよね。
話はしてますけどペーパーは何もないけど。
I didn't see any paper, but
Okay, but it was provided to you was my question. It was
provided.
the transcript of your interview, it was provided to you.
Objection, she
その
said no.
I didn't
Oh, no,
clarify
Teresa.
that.
そのトランスクリプトの自分が答えた内容についてそのペーパーをもらいましたか？
もらってないですよ。
No, I didn't see.
Okay, so it wasn't, you didn't see it, and I'm trying to clarify, was it given to you and you didn't read it, or was it never given to you?
Said you never seen the
Never
Okay. You testified before a grand jury for this matter, correct?
大シーンにこの
前にね。
出てたんですね。Yes, yes.
And that was in September 21st of 2023, correct?
9月21日の23年にしたんですね。
日にち覚えてないけどしました。
Yes, I did, but I don't remember the exact date.
Okay. If I told you it was that date, would you have any reason to disagree with me?
So,
I said, if I told you it was that date, September 21st, 2023, would you have any reason to disagree with me?
この日にちを言いましたけど覚えてない理由とか何かあります
日にちは覚えてません。
I don't remember the exact date, but I remember that I was in the grand jury.
Okay. And this, now so there's two. Turning your attention now to the interview, August 7th.
8月7日のそのインタビューについて話しましょう。
はい。
It was in English,
英語でしたね。Yes.
and you were asked questions by Detective Ozawa and Detective Skinner, correct?
小沢さんとそのYes.
はい。
You had told the detective in that interview that this sound was dogs barking, and that was at 3 a.m., correct?
その時にその犬が鳴いたのは3時だと。
いや3時って言ってないと思う。2時頃だと思う。でも寝てたから。
I don't think I said the 3 o'clock.
Times
but,
don't
I was
match for
sleeping.
Xavier's.
So
By the way.
2時頃だと思う。
I still believe that around 2 o'clock.
3時って言ってないと思う。
Hey, ma'am, I'm going to read your statement.
言ったことを
Counsel,
読む
page 3, line 62. Then this morning, then last night, like at 3 a.m., I heard a dog barking in the yard. Correct?
それに書いてあるんですって。
で言ったか覚えそれはちょっとわからない。
You said that to the detective the morning of.
でも覚えてない。
I don't remember.
でも
But you're very conscientious at time, and obviously this is close to the
非常
events
に
in
時間に対し
question,
て
correct?
貴重な面の利用をするということです。
でも寝てたから覚えて
I
ない。
was sleeping.
But you told the detective it was 3 a.m. when you heard the dogs barking, and that was unusual, correct?
だから3時だから非常にアンニュージュアルだと
でも
思ってて。
3時とは覚えてない。でも寝てる時に聞いたことは確か。
I've heard while I was sleeping.
You would agree with me that through the course of this case, you learned that Nikki left your house at 2:04 a.m., correct?
この中で2時4分に日記が家を出たということを知りましたか？
私は何時に彼女が帰ったか知らない。
I don't know what time she left.
Okay. But at the time, the morning after, you said that at 3 a.m. you were woken up and the dogs were barking. Fair?
だから
I
3
just
時
read it to you.
今、そう言われてもその日の朝に小沢さんと話したけど覚えてよくわからない。多分そう言ったかもしれないけど時間はわからない。
I don't remember 3 o'clock or I might say that, but it's not
Okay.
clear.
That's right, ね、その後すぐ後だったから殺された後だったから
だから気がどう
よくわからない。
right after what had happened, so
I'll do my best,
I
Juju.
don't remember.
Okay. And when you talked to detectives, you didn't talk about some bang or anything, did you? That's new today.
その時にボーンという音がしたということは言ってなかったですけど、それを今日言われたのは新しい発見なんですけど。
覚えてだけどそれはほら殺されてすぐのことだったから動転してたかもしれない。
That was right after
They were
that
Robert Tells.
and my
Tells' lawyer.
emotional situation was a little bit, unusual.
Understood. And that's your testimony today. Are we fair to say?
今日のね、証言が初めてですもんね。Yes.
But this wasn't the first time that you were asked about time being woken up and what you heard that night, correct?
その時に起きて、で、音がしたわけですね。Yes.
You testified before a grand jury, a group of people kind of like this, in a prior proceeding, correct?
こういう人たちの陪審の前で話したんですね。Yes.
And you told that grand jury, page 65, that on the night in question, you were woken up by the dogs barking at 3 a.m.
I didn't wake up. 起きてはない。ただちょっと聞いただけ。
Actually, I didn't wake up. I've heard while I was still half sleeping.
So you agreed now that it's still 3 o'clock on two separate occasions.
3時かどうかは知らない。
I'm not sure whether it's 3 o'clock or.
Okay.
Page 64. So you went upstairs, right? And if anything, did you hear after that, around 3 a.m. in the morning, were the dogs barking in the yard? And you agreed, correct?
3時に犬がいたと泣いたと言ってますけど、それに
で3時っていうのはちょっとわからない。泣いたのは聞いてたけど3時っていうのは覚えて。
I've heard that the dog barking, but I don't know if it's 3 o'clock or not.
Okay. But in both occasions, you say that this was unusual, didn't you? Dogs barking at 3 a.m.
まあ3時に
2時とか3時
2時とか3時だととにかくアンニュージュアルですね。
Unusual.
Yes.
So just so we're clear, this idea of 3
Not
a.m.
really.
has been talked about on two prior occasions that we're aware of, correct? In your interview and during your grand jury testimony, correct?
一応3時にその最初のインタビューとグラン大陪審の時に3時だということをまあ言った。
言ったか覚えてない。
I don't remember.
Okay. And during the grand jury proceeding, when the prosecutor told you or asked you about 3 a.m., you didn't disagree, did you?
まあその時にそのまあ検察側が3時に行ったという言ったはずですけども覚えてるんです。
いや3時にって言われたことないと思う。
I never been told that 3 o'clock from the prosecutors.
But you'll agree with me on both instances when you talked about this noise in the middle of the night. It was the dogs barking and it was unusual. Fair?
とにかく犬が聞こえてるのはアンニュージュアル。Yes, I agree.
Today you talked about when you came downstairs and it was at 1 o'clock, you said that you saw Nikki and she seemed surprised, correct?
その下に降りた時にニッキーがその人に驚いたということを言われましたね。Yes.
You didn't talk about her looking surprised or startled on August 7th, 2023, did you?
Yes.
8月7日にそれについて驚いたとかそういうこと言わなかった。
驚いたかあったとは
I
言い
think
ま
they
し
were
た
small
けど、驚い
dogs
たって言った
too.
かどうかは分からな
I
い。
don't remember what I said or not, but I told them that I met her.
Okay, yeah, you said that you spoke, the point I'm making is you didn't say she was startled or surprised, did you? When you were interviewed by the police.
驚いたということを言わなかったかもしれない。
かもしれない。覚えてない。
It might have been that way, though.
And when you testified before the grand jury on September 21st, 2023, you didn't talk about Nikki being startled or surprised either, did you?
その時もその日記驚いて見えたというふうに言わなかったんじゃないですかと。
覚えてません。
I don't remember.
On your interview on August 7th, you talked about after saying at 3 a.m. the dogs are barking, you go back to sleep, you wake up at 8 a.m. and then you go downstairs, correct?
8月7日に3時頃目が覚めて、そして8時頃下に降りたというふうに言いましたけど、覚えてますか？
覚えてます。
You don't talk about. I'm sorry. Did you'll agree? Are you agreeing with me?
3時でいいですか？Yes.
Didn't talk about seeing his truck and being surprised or anything like that, did you? You didn't talk about being surprised at seeing Jonathan's truck in front of the yard.
その彼のトラックを見た時も驚いたりとかしなかったんですか？ When I saw that his truck, usually not there, I was,
But I'm talking about the statement, the accurate statement that you agreed with me with, that you gave to the police on August 7th. You didn't talk about being surprised about Jonathan's truck.
その時警察のあれではその時にそのトラックがいなかったら驚いたとは言わなかったと。
覚えてない。
I don't remember.
Okay. You did talk to the police that morning the kids were supposed to start school over at Nikki's house, correct?
その時に、その子供は日記の力で学校に行くということをしてたね。Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Is that a correct statement?
それは正しいんですね。Yes, correct statement.
You told the police on August 7th when you came downstairs, things were a mess, correct?
その8月7日のその警察に下が非常にもう混乱してたというふうに言われました。
言った覚えないけど、どういう意味でメスっていうの？
I don't remember. She wants to know what the mess means.
I agree.
Ma'am, you stated, and I'm referring to page 11 of the voluntary statement, lines 415 through 418. So I don't know about it because this morning I went downstairs. Two chairs were upside down. So messy downstairs. Ma'am, those were your
2
words.
つの知恵が超えてメスだったと言ったと。
メスって言ったかもしれない。もう覚えてない。
I don't remember.
Okay, but are you going to disagree? Actually, may I ask you this? May I approach the witness? Show me page 11.
このトランスクリプトにする。
Upside down. Chairs are upside down. So messy downstairs. Pick up a chair and hit it. なんだかわからない。覚えてないそれは。
I don't remember.
メスっていうのは何だろう。
Do you agree with me? Your memory was far better the morning, August 7th, than it would be now, correct?
8月7日ですね。の一応トランスクリプトです。
じゃあ部屋が汚れてたってことかな。覚えてないそれは。
I might, so that the room was very dirty,
Maybe.
and then I say messy.
And your words, ma'am. I'm not putting words in your mouth. Your words that 2 chairs were upside down, correct?
2つのチェアが壊れてる。
2つかな。1つは覚えてる。もう覚えてない2年前のことで。
since 2 years ago, I don't remember. It might have been 2 chairs, but I remember the 1 chair was fell down.
Okay, so now you remember the 1 chair, but at the time you said 2, correct?
コレクトかどうかっていうか覚えてない。
I
2
don't
年前の
remember
こと。
2 years ago. Yeah.
Fair to say that there appeared to be some signs of a struggle.
その時になんかここ戦ってる様子とか、なんかこう揉めてる様子とか、その見るの。
っていうか椅子が倒れてて、だから何があったかわからないけど椅子は倒れてた。
So the chair fell down, and I don't know what had happened, but that's the fact that the chair.
In this point in time, and I don't mean to beat this, but 2 chairs. You said 2 chairs, correct?
That's no chair.
それも覚えてない。
I don't remember.
一つは絶対に覚えてる。
1 chair, surely I remember.
But you read here and it says 2 chairs, and those are your words, correct?
2年前のことは覚えてない。
I don't remember it 2 years ago.
The police officers followed up. Which room were the chairs overturned in? Again, plural. And you said in the same room, Jonathan's
その
room, the family room.
そう同じ部屋で2つのチェアがパッと倒れた時にポリポリスになったと。
2つかな覚えてない。
But
I
don't
don't
most
remember.
languages not really account for
At that point in
plurals?
time, you're asked what John does. You say he's a handyman, but
I
you
know
never
some
talk about
don't.
power tools,
And I
correct?
wouldn't put much weight into
パ
her.
ワーツールについて何も言われませんでしたけど、ジョン
for
はですね、
plural.
ハンディマンだから、まあでもそういうのは結局、まあ、
まあ持ってたと思うけど知りません。
I don't know what the power tool is he might have.
I don't know.
Okay. At this point in time, you do remember the girls' ages, correct? At this point in time, when you give the interview, you remembered your granddaughter's ages, correct?
その時の年は、その孫の年は。
知ってますよ。
Yes.
They were 7 and 9.
7歳と9歳。
Oh, the girls were 7 and
その時
9. Okay.
今13歳だからそう23年2年前9と7歳と思う。
I think so.
Through this interview, and I'll just talk for a bit about this August 7th, 2023 interview.
2023年8月7日のインタビューについて、まず追加質問があります。
During this weekend, that Johnathan and Nikki were talking about moving together and raising the children together,
その時に2
correct?
人が話して子供を育てると出てってっていうのを話したっていうのはご存知ですか？ Yes.
They were back together again.
そして元によりを戻すという話ですね。Yes.
That it was a very good day. They were very happy.
その時は非常に彼らは幸せそうな日だった。Yes.
And they were happy to move, correct?
で、もう喜んでとにかく出ていくと。
That he was moving.
Yes.
This is something that had been talked about and you were aware of for months leading up to this. Fair? I said this move was something that she had known about for months leading up to the move, correct?
これに至った経緯はその前から知ってたんですね。Yes.
Let's talk now a few minutes about 1 a.m. And you did tell the police it was 1 a.m. when you came down the stairs.
1時に降りたということはプレスに言われましたね。
はい。
Yes.
You said you came down and that you were washing the dishes,
その
correct?
時、まあ降りてきて、
At 1 in the morning?
皿を洗ったんですね。
日記がお皿持ってきたから洗いました。
The reason I wash dishes is Nikki brought.
Okay. This was something that was kind of common. Johnathan would eat and he wouldn't really clean up, correct?
ジョンは食べた後そのものをそのクリーンアップしないというのは。Yes.
And ma'am, I'm going to ask you a number of questions, and I'm not trying to attack your son who's deceased, but these things are important to establish, and these questions will be based on things that you have either
その
said
辺
or
の
texted.
彼の習性についていろいろ質問したいと。
She came down
Nikki's bringing
twice.
Alcohol bottles too, correct?
アルコール
Once
のボ
when
トルも
Nikki was there, and
覚え
then
てないそれは。もう覚えてない。
I don't remember.
お皿は覚えてる。
I remember the dishes.
Okay. You had said they were a mess. There was a mess that was being cleaned up from Johnathan, correct?
I beg your pardon?
I said you were washing dishes, she was bringing dishes and alcohol bottles because Johnathan was kind of messy, correct?
まあ、そのお皿洗いますと。で、
Probably 60s or 70s based on John's age.
その彼の部屋はすごいメッシーだったということで。
いつもメッシーだ。
Yes,
Yes. And Nikki tells you that Jonathan's drunk.
ミッキーがあなたにそのもう彼はもうアルコール中だと言いましたか？
じゃなくて、ニッキーはジョンが飲んじゃったから寝てるって言いました。
Nikki told her that on that day he went to bed because he was drunken.
Yes. And ma'am, I'm referring to your own words. You said that, yeah, Nikki told me that he was drunk, correct?
ドランクっていうか寝てるって言いました。
And then he was sleeping.
And you told the police, counsel page 19, that Nikki had alcohol bottles in her hand and she was cleaning up.
ミッキーがアルコールのボトル持ってきました。
覚えてない。
I don't remember.
You told the police, page 20, Johnathan would leave all the alcohol bottles around, correct?
その彼はいろんなそのアルコールのですね、カラビンをあの辺にこう打ったりとか残したりとかしてましたか？
時々飲んだ後置いてるのは知ってるけど、でも2年前のことだからそこまで覚えてる。
I don't remember well.
And ma'am, later on in this very same interview, now we're on page 24, you talked to
Allegedly,
the police
or probably.
about waking up and the dogs are barking at 3 a.m., correct?
だから3時は覚えてない。
I don't remember.
Counsel, I'm referring
3
to
時か
page
どうかはわからな
24.
い。
And again, this is the second time that you tell the police, now well into this interview, that it's 3 o'clock, not 2 o'clock, correct?
だからコレクトじゃなくて、でも3時ってはっきり3時時計見たわけじゃないから覚えてない、知らない。
I didn't see the clock at that time, 3 o'clock, so I don't remember.
But you again say that it's unusual and it's 3 a.m. That's what you told the police.
そうだけど、その頃と思ったかもしれないけど覚えてない。
答えなきゃいけないと。
覚えてない。
I don't remember.
That night, during the 15 minutes that you're talking to Nikki, she told you that she didn't want Johnathan driving and drinking, correct?
その彼女だった時に、
そうでした。
Yes.
That was a concern of hers, wasn't it? Based
まあそ
upon
れ
your
は彼女の
15-minute
まあ心
conversation.
配だと思って。
彼女は私に、ね、飲んでるから運転させたくないから朝5時に彼は起きて自分の家に来るって言ったの。
She said that she didn't want him to drive without drink, and then she also said he will wake up at 5 o'clock and then come to her house.
Okay, ma'am, thank you. But this issue with Johnathan drinking and driving had been an ongoing issue and a family concern, wasn't it?
彼がそのアル中なのは家族の中でもやっぱりちょっとこう問題でいろいろ。
違う。とにかく飲んでるから運転はさせたくないからってただそれだけ。
She said that she doesn't want him to drive while on drinking.
And you'd agree with me that the best way to do that is to take his keys, correct?
まあその時は運転させたくないから彼女がキーを持って、まあその真ん中でもそのキーを取って、そういうふうにするのがまあそのまあ普通じゃないか
違うと思います。
I don't think so.
For years, you had sent your son texts concerning his drinking, correct?
4 years.
For a number of years, you have sent your son texts concerning his drinking, correct?
何年もないでその息子にもう酒飲むなとか言ってテキストしてたんですか？
っていうかお酒飲むのは良くないからやめた方がいい、お金もないからやめた方がいいっていうのはテキストしてました。
Yeah, I told him not too much drink, it's better. It's not a good idea. That's she sent the text to him.
For years was my question, ma'am.
何年も。
何年もじゃないけど、そういうふうに教えました。運転しなきゃいけないからアルコール飲んだ時は運転しない方がいいとか。
I told him not to drive while drinking, and that's I keep telling him.
And for years, you were concerned about his doing drugs. Same issue. He could be a danger on the road.
っていうか、私は一般的にとにかくドラッグとかアルコールはしない方がいいって教えてました。
I was teaching him, don't take alcohol, don't take drug. Educate him not to do that.
そうだから子供にみんな教えるでしょ。親はドラッグはするな、アルコールするな、そういうふうに教えてました。
So that's kind of a general education from the parent to the kids, not to drive while drinking, and then not to take drugs.
And the reason we're going to address this, ma'am, is that you had said on direct that his drinking was normal, correct? And we're going to go through some timelines and things, ma'am, because on direct you had said that his drinking was normal, correct?
いろいろ分かりますけども、彼のドリンクが普通常だと思われるかどうか、彼のね。
まあ普通はみんな普通に飲むでしょ。ただたくさん飲むのは良くないと思います。
I think it's normal to drink.
Hello, Peaches. Welcome.
Not too much. Not over drink is not good.
You sent him texts in 2018 about his drinking in relation to driving, correct? And drugs.
2018年にその飲むのとドライブとの関係についてテキストしてますね。
覚えてませんけど、いつも普通に教えてます。アルコールしたら運転するな。
I don't know a particular text, but usually I told him not to drive when you drink.
July 18th, 2018, if you're drinking, don't drive, you will mess up, you'll lose things. I'm sure you're drinking until this hour. That was sent at 11:16.
でも普通教えませんか、親としてみんな。
But as a parent, is that normal to educate the kids?
Oh, I completely agree with you, ma'am. I have 3 sons and a daughter, and I completely understand.
私は飲まないし、タバコも吸わないし、もちろんドラッグもやらないから、そういうのはいつも子供には教えてました。
I don't drink, I don't smoke, and also I don't drug, so I keep teaching the kids not to take it.
And ma'am, that's a good thing. And these texts are not a reflection on you. It's just important that we address these issues right now for the purpose of this trial.
I would object at this point, Judge. She has acknowledged that she sent the text messages. There's no need to go through them. The relevance, cumulative.
I really think he needs to be wrapping this up.
This was an ongoing concern for years up until the time
何年間もそういうふうにテキストを送ってそういう注意をしてきた。
What I would agree is that in 2018 she sent some text messages.
In 2018, there was a concern for her. I think that's what everybody can agree on.
In 2019, many texts, the same concerns.
2019年も同じの送ってるんですね。Yes.
2020, many texts, the same
2020年も同じような内容で送ってますね。
私はいつもそういうふうに真面目に働いて真面目にやるように教えてました。
I always tell him to work hard and not to drink, not to all the time. I educate him.
2021, many texts, the very same concerns.
2021年はたくさんの
Right,
テキストを
because they're in Vegas. Like,
2022, many texts, the very same
2022
thing.
年
not
もそう。
言
necessary.
うこと聞かないから。
Correct?
そうですよね。
多分
Yes.
テキストしてま
I
す。
think so.
And 2023, many texts, the same concerns.
2023年もそうですね。I think so.
You had told the police on August 7th of 2023 that Nikki had given you a car key concerning the car that was out front. Andrea's car, correct?
Yes.
2023年8月の
はい。
Yes.
Fair to say that Nikki's the one that handles the keys in reference to issues
あの時
involving your son.
そう持ってきたジョンの部屋から
ニッキーがですか
そう鍵を持ってきました
Yeah, Nikki brought a key from John's house.
John's
John's
room.
room.
And just so we're clear, ma'am, there's another time, a third time that you tell the police about the dogs barking at 3 a.m. in this interview, correct?
3時に寝てた。
あそれ覚えてない
I don't remember.
Okay. You did tell the police that Johnathan doesn't get along with his son, Devyn, correct?
ジョナサンはそのイベントうまくいかなかったというふうに言って。
それも覚えてない
I don't remember.
You told the police that Devyn had a girlfriend and you thought that she was 30, correct?
その時デビアはそのガールフレンドがいて30の。Would you repeat?
Absolutely. You told the police on August 7th, 2023 that Devyn had a girlfriend and that you think that she's 30.
デビアはガールフレンドがいてその時彼女は30だというふうに言った。
覚えてないけどニッキーと話した時にキッチンで1時過ぎに私がデビエラがいるけど大丈夫なのって言ったらニッキーがデビエラhas a girlfriendって言ったんですその時に8月7日の1時過ぎにキッチンで彼女と話してる時にデビエラがいるけどジョンが言って大丈夫なのって聞いたら彼女がデビエラhas a girlfriendって言ったの
She told her that at around 1 o'clock when they talk to each other, that she has a girlfriend.
Okay.
No.
Are we talking about Devyn?
She asked them.
だからね
I don't think she understands the question. Ma'am, did you know if Devyn had a girlfriend who was 30?
30歳。
Can I speak English?
Please.
Okay. When I talked to the Nikki after 1 a.m., I asked her, is John okay to go your house? Because Devyn is there. And she said, Devyn has a girlfriend. That time she told me. So Nikki told me.
And did you tell that to the police?
I don't remember 2 years ago. So sorry about
And ma'am, you didn't tell that to the police. That's something that you're saying right now for the first time.
Sorry, but because I didn't get asked this.
Okay. You could just, they asked you about Devyn and Devyn said, oh, he has a girlfriend, correct? So this idea that she told you,
She
this is
told me.
something that you're just bringing up or making up right now for the first time. Isn't that right?
初めてね。
初めて言ったかもしれないけど2年前のことそんな覚えてない
I probably wouldn't say
それ
make
は
that.
ほら
That's rude.
あの事件の起きたすぐ後の話だから私も動転してたかもしれない
That interview came right after the accident happened, and I was not normal mental status.
Which is fair.
Page 34, you're asked, does he get along with his son? Your answer, not at this time. They say, okay. That's why Devyn was used to live in my house too, but he moved to Nikki's. So he's a grown man, and he's 21. I think he's about, 27. He had a girlfriend. She's 30, I think, correct?
30かどうか
That's what you said.
覚えてます。
覚えてません
I don't remember.
And then next statement, just a minute, but he's trying to move out this time, this week. That's what he's saying, correct?
彼がその後にムーブアウトすると。
誰が
その Who was he?
Devyn.
デビエラ。
デビエラはもうとっくにムーブアウトしてました
デビエラwent out a long time before.
Yes, if I may approach the witness. Sure. And I'm referring to page 34.
I mean, here's the thing. When English isn't your first language, it is a good idea in legal reasons to have an interpreter with you because of the consequences that your words could affect the case or the outcome or even get you in trouble. So she does speak some English, but they do have the interpreter there to kind of, cover everyone's ass, even though he is not a very good interpreter,
覚えてねそう言ったか
in
も
my
思えない
opinion.
けど
So
I don't remember this statement, around this statement.
To agree with
Like, yeah, if English isn't your first language,
30なんて言
you
った
should
ことない
always ask for an
He told you he was
interpreter.
moving out of Nikki's house, correct?
An interpreter and a
ハウ
lawyer.
スに行ってない言ったんですかニッキーのハウスに移ると言ってない言ったんで
言っ
すか
てないよ。彼はただ誰かガールフレンドのうちに移るって言っただけで知らない。When he moved って知らない
He just said that he's going to move some girlfriend's house.
って知ら
And
ない。
just so we're clear, and I'm just
Don't
going to
remember.
read your statement, just a minute, but he's trying to move out this week, that's what he's saying.
This week ってオーガスト7のこと
The 23, August 7th, 23?
Correct.
のもうデビエラはいなかった。
At that time, Devira was not my house.
I know. You talked about him moving out of Nikki's, correct?
そのムービングアウトっていうのは、ジョンがムーブアウト、オーガスト7。デビエラの
John moved out August 7th, and Devira.
デビエラもロングタイムアゴ
So
にも
Devira moved
ムー
out
ブ
a
だ。
long time before.
No, ma'am, but my question, I just want to make a clean record, is you told the police that Devier told you that he was moving out of Nikki's house, correct?
コレクトじゃない。じゃない。
It's not correct.
何の話かわからない。
Did they get the transcript wrong, do you think?
I think wrong.
I think the transcript is wrong.
だってデビエラはもうとっくに、20年ぐらいにはもう私の家から出てる
So
はず。
Devira moved out around 2020.
Right.
もう全然
Maybe those
家にいなかった。
lawyers aren't so.
I have no further questions, thank you, ma'am.
Yes, I will
Yes.
try to be brief, Yoko, just a few more
Always ask a
questions.
lawyer. Always ask for an interpreter. no
You
matter
were
how good you are.
interviewed right after you found your son dead, correct?
子供さんが亡くなって、その後、直後にインタビューが来たんですね。Yes.
That incident was obviously traumatic for you.
非常にもう自分的にも、very shocking.
When the detectives interviewed you, was it at your house?
どこでそのインタビューしたんですか
家の近くの車の中。
Inside the car, nearby the house.
Did they bring a Japanese interpreter for the
その
interview?
時に日本人の通訳と来ましたか
い
No.
ません。
Okay. So were you asked some questions and provided some answers that may have been a little unclear?
質問されて、英語でされて、それ答えた時に、若干不明な点とかありましたが、Yes.
And when I questioned you at the grand jury, do you remember that?
その大陪審で質問しましたね、覚えてますか Yes.
We did not have an interpreter for you, if I remember. Do you remember?
その時
ねね
通訳も
いましたいました
Yes, she had an interpreter.
So you had an interpreter at the grand jury proceeding,
グランジュリーでも通訳いたんですね。
女の人。
Yes,
and you obviously have one here today.
yes.
Should have a different one.
Yes.
Okay. Do you know if you were asked the same questions every single time you have talked about this?
その聞かれた時にそれ全部通訳されましたね。
それで大体同じだけど、今日のその3時に犬がどうの吠えたっていうのは知らん。
Yes.
Okay. Today, you are testifying off your memory, correct?
まあ、いろんな自分の記憶から今こう証言してるんですね。
はい
That's correct.
And these papers that the attorney showed you, you didn't read these before coming in today.
その今見せてくれた紙は読んでないんですね。
読んでない
Never saw that, never seen that.
Yeah,
That's
so
true
you're
as well.
testifying from memory.
その時は記憶で話したんですね。
はい
Yes.
As you sit here right now,
Need one.
do you remember hearing the sound that woke you up at 2 o'clock?
2時にその音がして、まあ、起きたと
だから
いうことは
私が言ってるのは2時頃だと思う。で3時って言われたけど、時間はもう覚えてな
I
いけど。
believe it's around 2 o'clock.
Okay. The dogs are separate, and let me ask you about the dogs.
で犬についてね。
The dogs, I presume, didn't just bark once and shut up.
その犬は1回だけ超えて、そうなくて、もう引き続き
ちょっ
どんどん。
とちょっと泣いて
Have
た
to。kind of.
For a while.
I'm going to allow a limited meeting for the
Oh my God, I want this to be over so bad. This is so painful.
For a while.
The dogs bark for a while.
Yes.
You heard them outside at some time in the night, correct?
外でそれいろんな人に聞いたんですね。Yes.
And then when you came down at 8 a.m., the dogs were not in John's room, correct?
8時に置いてきた時にドッグはそのジョンの部屋にいなかったんですね。
いなかった外。
Still outside.
So the dogs could have barked many times from 2 a.m. to 8 a.m., I would
2時
presume.
から8時の間にドッグがもう
泣いたかもしれない。
Hold on just one second, ma'am, don't answer that question. That objection is going to be sustained if she doesn't know if the dogs could have barked for that experience.
Sure, sure. I'll just ask you, do you know if the dogs barked once or if they barked many times?
1回か何回も泣いた
1
か。
回じゃないことはわかるけど、ちょっとワンワンって泣いてたのはなんとなく記憶にある。それだけ。
Not once.
Not once?
Not once.
Okay. Mr. the attorney asked you if you believed that John and Nikki were happy to move out. Do you remember that question?
彼ら2人がその喜んでその出て行こうとしてるのは覚えてますか？Yes.
You
Angie
would
Cosmo
agree with
drinks
me
the
that
shots.
you don't know what was going on in Nikki's head,
その
correct?
時にニッキーが何を考えてるかとかさっぱり分かんなかったですね。
それは知りません。
No.
Agreed,
Okay, so
Peaches.
you can't say whether Nikki was happy about the move or
その
not.
時にニッキーが幸せだったのかどうかってことは分からないですね。
分からない。
I don't know.
You were asked about text messages. Remember that?
テクストメッセージについて聞かれますよね。
John was 46 when he was killed,
ジョン46歳で亡くなりましたね。
はい。
and he's still your baby at 46, I presume. Is that right?
だからその時亡くなったから彼は46歳のままの子供ですね。
そう。
That's correct.
So even though he's 46, you're still trying to coach him on life and guide him in the right direction like my mom does all the time.
だからその時もとにかくその正しい方向に行くようにいろんなコーチングしてたんです
はい
ね。Yes.
Thank you. I'll pass it.
Read cross?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Before today, you said it was 3 o'clock, you were woken up by the dogs 5 times, correct?
だから
3
覚えて
時に起きて
ない。
5時になったと。
でそれだから3時って言ってるけど覚えてない。
I don't remember.
And today you're saying it's 2, correct?
そして今日2時。
It's like I'm the head on his
2時
body.
頃だと思う。
Around
思
2
う
o'clock, I think.
思う。I think.
I think around 2 o'clock.
And in front of this grand jury, you told them about the 2 chairs being upside down, correct?
そしてその
Nobody cares.
2年前のことは覚えてないけど、一つは絶対に覚えてるんだけ
Who cares
ど、
about
もう
the chairs
一
with
つ
the
もあった
dogs?
か
That
も
was
しれ
2
ない
years
けど
ago. I don't remember, but I'm sure that one chair was filled.
Okay, but ma'am, my question is, before the grand jury, September 21st, 2023, with the interpreter, you
Jinx
testified
this
that
choo-choo.
chairs were knocked upside down, 2 of them, correct?
その時
だけど覚えてないけど、もしかしたら2つかもしれない。
I don't remember, but it might be 2.
Same girl,
で、それ
same.
はそのすぐ後だったから、今と違う2年前の。
That was right after the accident, and my mental status was kind of terrible. But right now, it's kind of become normal.
Okay, but ma'am, this grand jury, and we discussed this, was September 21st, 2023, correct?
そのグランジュリーとは9月の21日
でその
23
日
年に
にちも覚えてないからね。
I don't remember the date.
One final, maybe 2 final questions. You were asked if you were shown transcripts from your interview or the grand jury. Did you listen to a recording of your interview?
それをそのレコードされたり、そのcould you rephrase?
Yes, did you
Oh boy.
listen to a recording of your interview before
その
today?
時そのインタビューが録音されてるのを
聞いて、
ま
聞いてない。
No.
Thank you, I have no further questions.
Any follow-up statements? Do the ladies and gentlemen of the jury have any questions for this witness? Okay, seeing no response,
Think.
ma'am, you are excused.
Okay,
Thank
good.
you very much for your testimony here today.
Thank you. はい、いいのね。
Oh, it's so painful, you guys.
Okay, we're gonna take a brief recess, ladies and gentlemen. During this recess, you must not discuss or communicate with anyone, including fellow jurors, or anybody regarding this case or event. Either by voice, phone, email, text, internet, or other means of communication or social
I'll
media.
tell you what, after their lunch break, it'll be 4 o'clock my time.
You must not during the research, such as
Let me open that bottle.
You must not make an investigation, test, theory of the case, repeating aspect of the case, or in any other way investigate or learn about the case on your own. You must have form or express any opinion regarding this case or response given to you. Ladies and gentlemen, 10:50 will be a recess till 11:05. All rise for the jury.
11:05, so hold 10 minutes. Okay. Oh, I know, right? I'm ready for lunch. I'm ready for lunch. Well, you guys, that was not a great morning. Okay, it wasn't a great morning. We didn't learn very much anything new, though there is some stuff I do want to talk about. First of all, I am very surprised that the court was okay with this interpreter. Like, because he was not very good, in my opinion. He didn't even seem to really understand a lot of what was being asked. So I don't see how that makes you a very good interpreter if you don't understand in that language. Now, mad credit where credit's due. Oh, nothing. Knowing, speaking 2 languages is impressive. Okay. I speak 1. All right. So I do give props to that guy for knowing multiple languages as well as he does. But for the courts and the implications of what being in court means, I feel like there should have been like a higher bar for an interpreter. I've seen interpreters in the courts before. And so that's another reason, like, I kind of have some basis of expectations, and I'm very surprised that this was okay for a murder trial. I don't know. Everybody do your stretches while we wait. Make sure, as Angie says, make sure you all scream into the pillow before your stretch break. I don't know why the chairs were so important. I kind of get the dogs, but if they're just outside, yeah, they're going to be barking for hours. I don't know how that's helpful. But let me tell you one thing that Yoko did say that I thought was very interesting, that was consistent, was that, she talked to Devyn around 1 a.m. Devyn was washing the dishes. Devyn tells her, John's passed out in bed. I'm just cleaning up and I'm going to go home. Okay. So John is allegedly asleep. We don't know if asleep or dead. Now, we do know also that Devyn said in her first police interview that they had been drinking and smoking weed, so that's what they were up to. And then he got too drunk to drive or whatever. Okay. So Devyn talks to the mom, says he's sleeping it off. I'm going to go. This is about 1 a.m. Well, her and Devyn and John arrive at 10. That's a pretty consistent around the board of what time they arrived at Yoko's. So, but by 1, Devyn is cleaning up the dishes and, tells her about John and says, peace and out. And then Yoko says at 2 a.m., she hears a very loud bang, a noise or thud or something that like startles her awake. But then she goes back to sleep. But she said it was at 2 a.m., which is very interesting because I do find, even though there's a language barrier, I do find Yoko more credible in her version of events. Okay, yes, she was in grief at the time, but everybody else is on drugs and drinking. So she's pretty much the only sober person around. And of the people I do believe her waking up and knowing, oh yeah, it's 2 o'clock. She probably has a clock next to her bed, unlike the rest of us who just have a phone or something, But, Devier said yesterday, at 2 a.m., exactly 2 a.m., I was awoken by Devyn crawling into bed, even though I eventually said that I was drunk. But no, I remember it was 2 a.m. Devyn crawled in and, he never said anything about looking at the clock. So how could Devyn be crawling into bed at 2 and allegedly being at Yoko's house and this big noise like that happens? That doesn't really add up to me. I'm just saying. I don't know. But that was one of the first things she said it really made me raise my eyebrow, because that's not what Devier said, who I don't find credible or believable. So I thought that was interesting. Then she wakes up at around 8 in the morning. She sees the dogs are still outside in the yard. She sees that John is in his bed, but he's kind of covered up. And then she does see some blood, but she does not see what happens. and then they call 911, which we heard her 911 in opening statements. Yes, opening statements. So, oh, did I forget to mention the dogs? I'm sorry. Let me talk about the dogs again. I just don't know why we're harping on the dogs. Who gives a shit about the dogs? I don't care. It doesn't affect in any way. They're little yippy dogs that, of course, are going to bark outside for hours on end. You know, some of the things that, because listen, I don't know who did what in this case, but if he was drinking, you could have easily put something in his drink to make him pass out. I'm just saying. So there's that. Juju, I didn't know we'd made you to decapitate people. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. No, whoever did that to him really, really despised him. And again, oh, and Yoko, you know, she said they had been talking about John moving out for months. She knew the plan. They knew the plan. But Devier said, oh, I had no idea that my dad was moving into the house that I live in with my wife, who I still sleep in the same bed with, and my 2 stepdaughters/sisters. Had no idea that was happening. Yeah, everybody else knew, but Devier, I'm just saying, Devier, I got lots of questions for him. I just don't buy it. Savage says a good time back in some Lucky Charms, and all of this could have been avoided, right? Yeah, no. Savage says, I can't believe anything the son said, mainly because no one could hear what he said. Dave says that loud bang she heard could have been his shirt hitting the floor. Shit. Wait, I don't know what you mean there. I'm sorry. I don't know what you mean there. I'm only somewhat with it today. If you guys can't tell, I'm happy it's Friday. So yeah, I don't think her, let's talk about the boyfriend, her boyfriend. I don't remember what his name was, and they never spelled it on the screen for me to remember what his name is. But Yoko's adorable boyfriend, because he was adorable, also said, he's the one who said that the night before he was using a knife in the kitchen to prep the dog's food, like how these dogs are being treated very well, apparently. And then the next morning, that was the night of the murder. Then the next morning, he goes to look for that knife to, again, I guess, feed the dogs. And he couldn't find it. So that was a kind of interesting. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's happened in this case, and that's not good for the state. Not good for the state at all. Oh, yeah, I think it was like Yoshido Matama or something. We're close. We're close, Angie. We're close. Something like that. Oh, that was so rough, you guys. That was, I don't know. I feel like I'd rather listen to ballistics testimony for 3 hours. Oh, that was embarrassing and awful. Splinter. What do you guys think? How are you feeling about where we are so far in this? I wish they just wouldn't have harped on this lady's memory. Like, okay, you know, I wish they would have focused more on the 2 o'clock timeline and what happened at 2, because that to me is really the most important. You did. That's okay. We all have our moments. Yeah, I don't know how I'm feeling with this. When I think about, does this make sense that Devyn, so him and Devyn had planned on moving in together, you know, enrolling the girls at school. He lets Devyn have the girls all summer. Does it, because they're saying that the motive is custody for Devyn. which doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. It does, but it doesn't. So I don't know. I'm trying to figure out who would have the bigger issue going on here. So Pam, stop it. Pam says, I wish they would have focused on the dogs and the chairs. Right? Oh my gosh, why? Why are they important? Because listen, if they are really important to this story, that there was 2 chairs instead of 1, they have not at all covered why that would be important. Juju says, oh, it's train time. I guess she got tired of his cheating. She was married to his son. So, no, because John was known for seeing lots of ladies. And he was actually engaged, or was going to be engaged to one, and then they broke it off in early 2023, like January or February, I think they said. And then there was starting to be talks of him moving into Devyn's with the girls and whatnot. But at the same time, she's married to his son that he does not know about yet. And they've been married for like 2 years, but banging for like 8 years. This story is so weird. I mean, we've seen some trials where the love triangles are wow. This one really, I think this one might take the cake for me. It was snowing equivalent. Yes, it is. Oh my gosh. Amos, I'm not even going to read your comment out loud. I'm not doing it. Not doing it. Okay? But yes, it was about as meaningful as that. Oh gosh, Vegas villain. That's a pretty good one. I don't know. I don't know what's going on in this. I hope whoever is here for this afternoon is just, I mean, where's all the digital evidence? Where is the police interviews that they've done with people? Where is this? I hope that's what we get this afternoon, because oh God, today's rough for Friday. So hopefully that's who we get. I don't know. I don't have access to the witness list. Sorry. I was telling Elbow Feed, thanks, that he might pick up more creamer from me, because that's awesome. If you're wondering, like, wow, Llama's kind of today. I ran out of creamer. I had enough creamer for 1 cup of coffee. So that's not great. That was your plug for TMI tonight. That's right, guys. Tonight, for everyone, normally our show, Too Much Internet, is for members only on Fridays at 9 p.m. But the first Friday of every month, you get to join in on the fun. It's for everybody. So after we're done here later tonight with court for like the whole day, y'all will be rerouted over to that stream. Who knows what time court's going to end, but you can wait there and hang out and talk until we go live at 9. Pam said, why not an EMT? Maybe they heard the dogs or knocked over the chair when they saw the missing head. Where were the dogs? Where were they? Oh, raindrops and feathers. OMG. Hi, babes. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Can't stop thinking about your wedding dress that you shared with us. Oh, gorgeous. Gorgeous. The lovely Raindrops and Feathers is in our Discord server, and she's getting married next year. And you guys, she picked the dress this weekend, and it is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I hope you're doing great, babe. Juju says, could the son have done it? Agree with Llama. Show me some concrete evidence. I think it's very likely that the son could have done it as much as she could have done it. If not, in my opinion, more. So, but I mean, that's the thing. Like, if some of us are feeling this way right now, that means the state is going to have to present a lot before they wrap this up, because I'm just like, okay, she was there, she had access to all of that. Sure, maybe she said she was leaving and snuck in the back door. Okay, But it's also just as likely, just as likely that that it could be Devier. He had access to the house. He knows how it went. So, is this Stephanie? Who's this?
I do. Thank you.
Girl, it's wild.
Nicole Merriam, NicoleMariam.
Good morning, ma'am.
Morning.
Yes, still morning. How are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Good. What is your position?
I am a crime scene analyst 2 at the Henderson Police Department.
How long have you worked in that capacity?
Total almost 15 years. I've been at Henderson for just over 9 years, and I was with Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department for nearly 6 years prior to that.
And you mentioned crime scene analyst 2. What does that mean?
It's just a level, the 2 specifically, or?
Yes.
It's a level, so
Are you talking
in
about
both Metro
Richard
and
Cookie?
Henderson, there are 3 tiers of
Brown
crime
butter?
scene analysts. At Henderson, they're classified as tech is the bottom, the lowest when you start out, then 1, and then 2. So I'm the top level crime scene analyst that Henderson has.
Okay. What is some of your background and training that you have done to become a crime scene analyst?
Buffy.
Sure. So I have 2 bachelor's degrees from University of
It does
Nevada,
look
Las
like
Vegas.
Buffy.
1 in criminal justice and 1 in psychology. Upon starting at Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department back in January of 2011, I started with a training course at an academy that was nearly 300 hours, so about 8 weeks-ish of training. Then after that, did a 12-week field training program where we're paired up with more senior crime scene analysts, and we investigate scenes with them until we progressively get to the point where we're on our own. And then in my nearly 15 years, I've taken upwards of 1,000 hours of different training ongoing throughout my career.
So the ladies and gentlemen of the jury have heard from a crime scene analyst in this case, but can you just generally go over what some of your duties are?
Sure. So we respond to crime scenes where we identify, document, collect, and preserve physical evidence. So we use ways of doing that like photography, fingerprinting, blood spatter analysis, trajectory, and then we collect the evidence and preserve it so it can be processed or tested later if need be as well.
And you also impound evidence,
Correct.
Is that correct? So the items that you do locate, you undergo an impound process.
Correct.
What is that impound process?
So we package the items in their inner packages. So depending on the item, it depends on what type of packaging we use, a paper bag, a box, depending on its shape and size. And then we put that inner package, that individual package, we label it with the item number, the DR number or the event number associated with the case, with the date of the case, and also my P number and initials, so my identifying personnel number. And then that package is placed in a larger outer package, which then is sealed with red tape. I initial it and date it, so that way it can show that the seal has not been broken, no one else has gotten in and tampered with it. And then a label goes on the outside of that bare outer package to tell you what's inside the package.
So I assume when you're collecting evidence, obviously you and members of your team are wearing gloves.
Correct.
Okay, and what's the purpose of that?
In order to prevent cross-contamination. I don't want to put my fingerprints, my DNA onto the item. Also safety for me. Some items we handle may be bloody, and I don't want to get that on myself as well. But it's in order to not cross-contaminate and leave anything behind that wasn't there naturally.
So I know you have 15 years of experience, but can you approximate about how many scenes you have documented? Are we talking hundreds?
All scenes entirety. We do everything from burglaries up to homicide. So we don't just do major calls. I honestly don't even begin to know what that number would be.
Safe to say hundreds?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Oh, definitely.
So then directing your attention to August 7th of 2023, were you called out to a scene?
I was.
What was the nature of the scene?
It was a search warrant reference a homicide investigation.
Okay. And was that location that you were assigned to 5510 Porcupine Rim?
Yes, it was.
What information did you have about the call?
I knew it was a homicide where the victim was located decapitated. And this residence was the house of, I believe, the girlfriend or ex-girlfriend, and that we would be serving a search warrant on it.
Okay. What time, and did you arrive around 6:30 that night at that Porcupine Rim residence?
Yes, 6:34 was my arrival time.
Okay. And when you arrived at the scene, were people already there?
Yes.
Who was there?
The detectives were there. We also had Sergeant Kyle Slattery. We had, I believe, 6 detectives. Detective Ozawa, Detective Pappas, Detective Lina, Detective Christopher, Detective Skinner, and Detective Rudsell.
So a handful of detectives, including
Correct.
yourself, correct?
I'm not a detective, but yes.
Oh, thank you for correcting me. So you get there, and the search warrant has already been obtained, signed off by a judge, and now is ready to be executed. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. And can you walk, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, sort of the process of what happened when you got there with that search warrant?
Sure. With search warrants, my job largely is photography. So I take pictures of the scene, the residence as it is. So the detectives have not yet searched anything. The photos I take in the beginning are as the scene is when I arrive. So I go through and I photograph any vehicles that would be related and the residence, all the different rooms, closets, to document the scene as it was when we arrived before anything has happened yet.
So you mentioned photographs.
Yes.
I have in my hand here hundreds of photos, specifically exhibits 235 through exhibit 441. Did you have a chance to review these items prior to testifying today?
I did.
And they're a fair and accurate depiction of the photos you took at this residence, correct?
Yes, they are.
And I believe by stipulation of the parties, the state is going to go ahead and move for the admission of these exhibits at this time.
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right, those exhibits will be admitted pursuant to stipulation.
So you get to the residence. Did one of the detectives have anything in their possession that was documented?
Yes.
And what was that?
Detective Skinner had a black cellular phone.
Okay. And publishing, permission to publish, Your Honor. States 236. Is this that cellular phone that was with Detective Skinner when you arrived?
Yes.
Was there anything of note that you observed on this phone?
Yes, there was an area of apparent blood on the screen.
And did you ultimately collect a sample from that?
I did, yes.
And you went ahead and impounded that?
Correct.
Okay. And was it positive?
It was presumptive test positive using phenolphthalein, yes.
So can you walk us through what you do in that process of testing?
Sure, phenolphthalein is a product we use to determine if an item, an area swabbed, is potentially blood. So it's a presumptive test, not completely definitive. There are false positives, but it is a good indicator that this is likely blood. Also, with my training and experience, the appearance of the stain, reddish brown stain, also did appear consistent with blood. And then the results of the phenolphthalein test being positive indicated it was very likely blood.
So you essentially swab the area, is that
Yes.
right?
So we take a sterile cotton swab, almost like a Q-tip, put sterile water on it, and then rub it on to the stain. So I moistened the swab, rubbed the area of blood on the phone, and then I took an extra swab to be able to test it. That way I didn't ruin the swab that we were impounding. I took 2 swabs actually that I booked impounded with the blood, and then 1 extra one to test with the phenolphthalein to presumptively determine if it was blood.
And you mentioned that you did impound those items, and that would have been under, and you would have marked them under event number 12-15229, correct?
It was the first 2 digits are 23-15229.
Right. And obviously you observed the front of the residence, is that correct?
Yes.
Showing 239. Is that the front of the residence there?
Yes.
Were there vehicles at the residence when you arrived?
Yes.
And I think we can see it here, but there is a vehicle sort of in the driveway to the left. Do you see that?
Yes.
And then there's a work truck in the front of the home.
Correct.
And then behind the work truck, kind of hard to see in this photo, but there is another vehicle parked to the right part of the driveway.
Yes.
Anything good?
And did the search warrant also include, states 241, a search of this work van here?
Yes.
Okay, and it was searched.
Yes.
Anything of evidentiary value found inside that vehicle?
No.
States 242, were these vehicles searched as well?
Yes.
Reflected
Well,
here.
the one on the right, the Honda Civic.
Okay, and what about the one on the left then?
The one on the left is a Nissan Armada. It was locked and it was sealed and then towed to our secured garage at the Henderson Police Department. It's our
Girl.
crime scene garage, and it was searched later with a different search warrant.
Anything of evidentiary value that you know of in either of these vehicles found?
I do not know about the Nissan Armada, but I do know the Honda Civic was searched on scene where I was present, and no, there was nothing of evidentiary value in the Civic.
Showing 265, what do we see here?
So to the right on the screen there is the front entry door. So that's the
I've already
main
seen these
entrance door
pictures.
into the house. And this is the front formal room. It's also connected to the formal dining room.
And sort of near the door to the right of this photo, do we see sort of a shoe rack there?
Yes.
And on that shoe rack, did you locate any black Nikes with a swoosh, white swoosh on them?
No.
Publishing 267, what is this here?
That's a different angle of that same room. So again, on the right, you see the couch. And on the left is the dining table where the family room meets up with the formal
Am I
dining room
crazy?
area.
Are these not the same pictures
268,
Stephanie
what do we
talked
see
about?
there?
That's a close-up of one of the larger seats or couches in the room, the living room.
And then I'm specifically sort of pointing towards the left of the center chair. Those items there, were those, did anyone look at those?
Yes.
And what were they?
Some types of swords.
Right, okay.
276, what do we see here?
That's a photograph of the kitchen in the residence.
Okay. And this kitchen was searched thoroughly, is that correct?
Yes.
Girl, she was married
7,
to the
what do we see
stepson.
here?
That's a picture of me standing in the kitchen looking out to the dining nook and then the living room. That's a different one than the front entry, the family room. This is
Like even
the
more, you
living
would be
room.
like, what?
And then when you were searching the kitchen, you didn't find any sort of murder weapon, anything with blood on it, anything like that, correct?
correct.
278, what is this?
That's the master bedroom. That's on the first floor of the residence.
And then 279
It's a different angle of the same master bedroom.
Yes.
and 280,
Same, just another angle of the master bedroom.
288.
That's the master bedroom looking into the attached master bathroom.
And then we have 289,
That is the master bathroom, and then the master closet is off the bathroom there.
291,
And that's one of the pictures of inside the master closet.
and then 291A.
I think they're calling it the beheading
That is
boyfriend
the other
trial.
half of the master closet.
And in the closet, anywhere in the home, were any black Nikes with a white swoosh found?
No, we did not locate any.
Publishing 295, what do we see here?
It's a picture of the laundry room.
And the laundry would have been searched, correct?
Correct.
296,
That's a linen closet, and I believe the door that goes out into the garage.
and then
Okay.
297 then.
That's a close-up of the closet.
Okay. 299,
That is a picture of the garage, the three-car garage.
and this area was thoroughly searched, correct?
Yes,
No murder weapons, nothing like that found inside this garage, correct?
correct.
307, what do we see here?
That's the second floor loft. It's like a playroom.
This house is huge.
309,
That is a linen closet, I believe, upstairs on the second floor.
then 311,
That's one of the upstairs bedrooms. It was set up as like an office area.
318,
That's a different bedroom upstairs. It was kind of a sewing storage room.
and what do we see
How many
inside
drum
this
sets do
photo?
they
It
have?
appears to be a wedding dress or a white dress.
320,
That is the upstairs hall bathroom.
321,
That is the bathtub in that hall bathroom.
Right.
322,
That is one of the other bedrooms upstairs on the second floor.
and it looks like sort of on the head of the bed, some stickers on there, maybe like
Yes.
childlike stickers?
Yes.
326,
That is a picture of the fourth bedroom upstairs.
looks like on the bedding, some sort of cartoon of sorts.
Yes, print, yes.
328,
Those are just photos of miscellaneous receipts that were located during the search warrant.
do you recall where they were located?
I believe the kitchen, but I'm not 100%.
Okay. 329,
That is a picture of the dressers in the master bedroom.
Was there something located inside of one of these drawers?
Yes.
And what was that?
It was a collection of plastic bags, 6 in total, with the inner one being knotted, tied in a knot, containing a black wallet that had miscellaneous cards and also the driver's license in the name of Johnathan Willette. And then a set of keys were tied in that inner plastic Vaughn's
Well, the
bag.
victim said
grocery
all
bag.
sons her husband, so.
So then publishing 347, is that bag? you were
Yes,
talking
that's
about?
the inner, you can see the knot at the top, so that's the inner bag, and there were 5 other plastic bags around it.
344 are those extra bags that were around it?
Yes, that's the clump of all of it.
Okay. And then 348, is that the wallet and keys you mentioned?
Yes,
And then 349, the driver's license you mentioned.
correct.
And whose name is on that driver's license?
Johnathan James Willette.
Inside of the bedroom as well, states 330. What do we see here?
That's a BB gun.
And then 331.
That is the nightstand, if you're looking at the bed on the left side. And there's a Glock 19X semi-automatic firearm, 9mm, in that top drawer.
Showing you 334. Were there some writings found inside the master bedroom as well?
Yes,
And same with 335,
yes,
336.
yes, that's a close-up.
Okay. 337, sort of a notebook with writings, correct?
Correct.
338, another writing.
Yes,
339, another writing.
yes,
Yes, this is Devyn and Devier's house.
Inside the garage, states 353. Did you locate a bag with something inside?
yes.
And what do we see there?
So that red bag was found on top of those trash cans in the garage, and there were 2 Ring cameras, security cameras, that were located inside that red bag.
So then states 356. Is that a close-up of that red bag?
Yes,
And states 355. Are those Ring cameras you mentioned?
yes, they are.
Showing you. States 360. What do we see there?
That is the bed in the master bedroom with a blue and gray striped dress laid out on top of it.
362.
That is a receipt.
Then looking at 366, what do we have here?
That's a mini backpack purse that was located on top of the bed in the master bedroom.
And states 363, something of evidentiary value found inside that purse?
Yes.
And what was it?
A social security card in the name of Johnathan Willette.
And you found other electronics inside that bedroom as well, correct?
Yes.
There were several.
Yes.
And those would have been collected as well.
By detectives. I did not collect them. I photoed them.
And you mentioned several writings that were collected in this case.
Oh,
right?
yes.
They weren't collected, they were photographed.
In case you missed the tea I spilled yesterday, I'll do it when they go to lunch before we take our break. It's pretty juicy stuff.
Showing you state 394, was this located as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
and
was
can you
she
see
a
towards
realtor
the card
too?
underneath Jonathan's social security card there.
Appears to be a business card in the name of Devyn J. Michaels as a realtor.
Oh, so she's a
And
realtor,
again,
I
some
guess?
devices were located.
Correct.
In an abundance of time, I'm not going to go through each one of those. Members of the grand jury.
No,
will
they
have
never
these.
recovered his head. No.
$413. What is that?
2 debit cards.
Showing you 414. What does that depict?
That's the upstairs hall bathroom, so that's the sink vanity area, and underneath in the cabinets was a safe.
And 415, is that just a close-up of that same safe?
Yes.
And you located items inside of the safe, correct?
Yes.
416, what do we see inside the safe?
That's a 9mm 6-hour handgun. Looks like live ammunition as well as extra magazines, and maybe a magazine and a speed loader.
And you would have documented the backyard as well, correct?
Yes.
422, 423. And then did you take photographs of the female that was there?
I did, yes.
Okay. And publishing 424, is that the female that you photographed?
Yes.
And you knew her to be Devyn Michaels, correct?
Yes.
Publishing 425, what do we see there?
That's just the back of her.
426.
Those are close-ups of her hands.
And we see sort of a ruler here. What is that?
That's called an ABFO scale. It's just a scale to show the general size of items.
States 427. What do we see there?
That's just more of a close-up of her other hand, again with the scale.
428.
And those are the pictures of the palms of her hands.
Did you also take a picture of a male that was there?
I did, yes.
And that was Devyn Willette, correct?
Correct.
Showing 429. Is that the front picture of him?
Yes.
430.
It's his back.
431.
Those are, again, the same style pictures of his hands.
Do you notice any cuts on his hands or anything like that?
No, he had no apparent injuries.
Okay. No bruising, nothing like that,
No.
correct? 432.
And those are his palms.
Same thing, no injuries there, correct?
Correct.
Don't worry, guys. I don't think we're going to get another eggplant pic.
When you were taking pictures of Miss Michaels, what was her demeanor like?
I honestly don't recall too much.
Nothing out of the ordinary?
No, I don't. Nothing stands out to me one way or another.
Same thing with Devyn, correct?
Correct.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Correct.
Okay. Turning your attention then to August 9th of 2023, did you assist in collecting an item back at that 2698 Paladura Drive?
Yes.
And did that include black boxers?
I believe they were gray.
Okay. But they were boxers
Yes, boxer
nonetheless,
shorts.
correct? And those were located on top of a couch, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and that was inside of sort of that recessed, informal, makeshift bedroom?
Yes.
Okay. Then on August 15th of 2020, and you collected those and impounded them, correct?
Correct.
On August 15th of 2023, you then returned to the 5510 Porcupine Rim,
Yes.
correct? Okay. And you were there to collect and document some more items with a search warrant, correct?
Correct.
I believe you took photos of cleaning products that were located in cabinets, correct?
Yes.
A pair of blue cloth shorts in the first floor of the master bedroom,
Yes.
and a pink tank top in the first floor of the master bedroom.
Yes, the first
All
one.
impounded.
I did not impound the cleaning products or the tank top, but I did collect and impound the blue shorts.
Under that same event number that we discussed.
Yes.
Pass the witness.
Okay, just one moment.
Kind of nothing new there. Okay.
Hi.
You were shown hands of both Devyn Willette photographs and Devyn Michaels, correct?
Yes.
Were those all the photos that you took of both of these people's hands, front and back?
I don't believe so. They're, in general, the same, those photographs. I typically take pictures of the two together, the two flipped, individual more of the left, individual more of the right.
And you were asked questions as to whether or not you saw any injuries on Mr. Willette's hands.
Correct.
And it's your testimony that you saw none.
Right, there were no apparent injuries that we noted.
You were not asked questions concerning Ms. Michaels' hands. Same question.
catch.
No injuries, front or back, correct?
Correct, I didn't notice any injuries to her hands either.
I caught that too, sir.
You testified that you arrived at the Porcupine residence, I think you said 6:34 p.m.
6:34 p.m. was my approximate arrival time, yes.
And you generated
braided
a
her
report
hair
in reference
today.
to the efforts that you took through the course of this investigation.
Correct.
You authored 2 reports?
For this entire,
The Porcupine residence.
for the first Porcupine Rim search warrant, 2, a main crime scene report and then an evidence impound report.
Okay. Did you author any other reports in reference to your analysis or the collection of evidence at the Porcupine residence?
Could be raindrops. We don't.
There would
No.
have been a biological stain
A lot of
presumptive
motive
test
around.
form, which is a form we fill out regarding that phenolphthalein test, the presumptive test for the blood, that documents the lot number and the expiration
Untap.
of the specific phenolphthalein batch that I used, and whether or not that presumptive test came back
Yes.
positive or negative.
Okay. The report that you authored concerning this search on August 7th, Porcupine residence, it's 2 pages and then a signature page, correct?
Just depending on how you print it out, but yes, that's how it printed out for me as well.
Okay, and obviously you reviewed that in preparation for your testimony.
Yes.
Because as you've testified, you have been involved in at least hundreds of crime scene analysis, documentation of such, correct?
Yes.
And been yours.
Whoops.
We'll go through this. Are these all the exhibits? There's some right here too. Okay. Are those all the exhibits that were taken at the Porcupine residence?
These,
Mhm.
This as well?
between those 2, yes. Yes, they have it. Yeah.
Okay, we'll go through it. Okay. You were asked questions specifically concerning tennis shoes, correct?
Correct.
Your testimony is that you didn't photograph, didn't collect any evidence concerning tennis shoes? Black
That
tennis
we did
shoes?
not locate the specific shoes she was describing.
Are these specific shoes that you've given testimony concerning, that you now say that you were looking for, is that documented in your report?
That we did not find shoes?
That you were looking for?
I don't document what we were looking for, no.
Okay, but you just gave testimony concerning what you said you found or didn't find, correct?
I gave testimony saying what I photographed and booked.
Okay. Did you have a list of things that you should be looking for? while
No,
you were
the
at that
detectives
residence?
are the ones who pretty much dictate the search. I'm there largely as a photographer, and then I collect the evidence that we locate. So the detectives are the ones that know what they're looking for.
Were there any black shoes that you located at that residence, black tennis shoes?
Perhaps we could go through the photos and look, but nothing that I specifically photographed.
You don't recall photographing a shoe holder near the front door?
I do, but I don't want to testify officially without examining the photograph that there were black tennis shoes on there, because that was not something that I specifically documented.
Do you recall specifically capturing a photo of black tennis shoes in a closet?
Again, no, I took overall pictures of the closet, and then I photographed the items the detectives locate and deem of note. I then photographed those more closely.
It's your testimony
cool,
that you
Liz.
reviewed, and I believe it was the first exhibit under this pile that was published to the jury concerning a work van, correct? A white
Yes, there was a Nissan cargo van parked out front.
And you testified that there was nothing of evidentiary value contained within that van, correct?
Correct.
Did you photograph the contents of the van?
I did.
Power tools in the van?
I'm not sure we can look at the photographs, but I just took overall pictures of the inside of the van.
Any saws found in that van?
Again, I'm not sure.
But nonetheless, it's your testimony that there's nothing in the van that was of evidentiary value.
Correct.
You were shown pictures of 3 samurai swords.
I believe there's 3, but yes, of swords.
Pull out swords?
Yes,
I
the
agree.
detectives did.
I
Did
don't
you
really.
photograph the blades?
I'm not sure if the blades were photographed or not, but if there was anything like blood or any type of item of note on there, we would have photographed it.
Were these samurai swords wiped for anything of evidentiary use? DNA testing, fingerprint testing.
She wouldn't know that.
Were they swabbed? Is that what you're
Correct.
asking?
Yes.
No.
Oh, okay. I guess
Now,
she.
you were aware that this case involved a decapitation, correct?
Yes.
Are you aware of the manner or means in which this decapitation may have occurred, or how?
No.
But nonetheless, you're going through this investigation, making determinations what's of evidentiary value or no, correct?
Correct.
Fair to say that you, as you sit here today, and it'll be borne out in the photographs, you don't recall photographing the actual swords other than they're on the ground, correct?
I have a more close-up photo of them. I don't know if I photographed them unsheathed.
Okay, but it's clear you didn't collect anything from them.
Did anybody?
For further submission.
Correct.
You don't recall photographing a sawzall or a saw in that work van, correct?
Correct.
Or submitting anything for any secondary tests, correct?
Not from anything in the van. Correct.
You make reference to some soft scrub bleach located in the laundry room of this Porcupine residence, correct?
Yes.
And you felt that was of evidentiary value?
The detectives told me to specifically photograph this bottle of bleach.
Soft scrub, that's a fairly common household item, is it not?
I can't testify to I don't have it at my house, but it's a,
Soft scrub, I mean, you've heard of it, you know of it, correct?
I don't know that I've well versed on brands of bleach, but I was not shocked by seeing the brand.
Common occurrence, I
guess.
mean,
I
I've heard
mean,
to say these hundreds of times.
I don't think that they're that sharp to do a whole lot of anything.
Like I said, I
Probably.
can't testify to who has it, but I'm sure
Yeah.
people possess soft scrub bleach, yes.
What do you use?
I have Clorox bleach or the Walmart brand,
Okay.
but I just have liquid bleach.
Fair to say, no blood, anything indicative of blood contained within the house, correct?
Just on the cellular phone that was in possession of Detective Skinner.
Okay, that's it.
Yes, that's all we saw.
In reviewing the Armada, did you take pictures of that?
Just on the exterior, because it was locked, and we did, like I said, sealed it and then towed it to the crime scene garage, where it was then processed by a different crime scene analyst at a later date.
Okay, so you're unaware of any results or the lack thereof of any blood or anything of that?
Correct.
nature,
I don't know
correct?
what was inside the Armada.
Through your review of the house, you found no signs of blood on any clothing or anything else for that matter, correct?
Correct.
Nothing found in any trash cans of that nature,
Correct.
correct? I have the court's indulgence just one moment. I don't have any more questions as witness. Thank you very much.
Oh, good.
Nothing for the state.
Thank you.
I wonder if the jury hasn't really had a lot of questions. I wonder if they're like us, where they're like, can we even ask the questions we have? Oh, they're going right into another witness? I'm gonna say, judge said this is normal lunchtime. So that wasn't very helpful. I don't know why that mattered. I guess what I'm saying is I don't see how anything in her testimony was different than Stephanie's.
You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this action shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Amen. And Doctor, if you please state your full name and spell it for the record.
First name is Stephanie, Stephanie. Last name is Yagi, Yagi.
Thank you. Ma'am, what do you do for a living?
I agree.
I'm a medical examiner at the Clark County Coroner's Office.
And me. This should be
How long have you been
interesting.
so employed?
About 3 years.
What is it that you do on a day-to-day basis at the medical examiner's office?
So my primary role at the medical examiner's office is going to be determining cause and manner of death in any sudden, unexpected, violent, or suspicious deaths.
How do you go about examining a deceased person that comes into your office?
So to determine cause and manner of death, oftentimes we will do a medical type of examination.
probably would have waited till
and one of
after
which
lunch
is an autopsy.
to do
Are you
her.
trained in conducting autopsies?
Yes.
Can you please describe your education and training in order to do what you do?
As a medical examiner, I am a medical doctor. I have my degree and I'm licensed to practice medicine in the state of Nevada. I am also board certified in anatomic, clinical, and forensic pathology.
And if you didn't say already, how long have you been conducting autopsies with the Clark County Coroner's Office?
About 3 years.
You mentioned the terms cause and manner of death.
Yes.
What is the cause of death?
So cause of death is going to be a natural disease or traumatic injury that ultimately leads to cessation of life.
Do you conduct autopsies to determine cause on every
For me,
single
it's
death?
2:45 p.m. For them,
no.
it's 11:45
What
a.m.
do you focus on when it comes to autopsy specifically?
So our office, again, is responsible for conducting medical examinations on any sudden, unexpected, violent, or suspicious thereof deaths.
Can you give a couple of examples of causes of death?
Sure. So causes of death might be something like hypertensive cardiovascular disease, which is high blood pressure, blunt force injuries due to motor vehicle accident, something like gunshot wounds.
Is there a difference between a cause of death for your purposes and the mechanism of death?
Yes.
Can you describe that for the jury?
So the mechanism of death is more what's happening inside your body. So the pathophysiology of our particular disease process or traumatic injury, where a cause of death is going to be the overarching event that led to death.
You also mentioned the term manner of death. What is that?
Manner of death is how the circumstances of the death arose. It's a categorical determination of which we have 5. So those are going to be a natural, accident, suicide, homicide, or undetermined.
When it comes to homicide, what does that term mean?
For us, homicide is death at the hands of another.
And what does the undetermined manner mean?
Undetermined is for situations where we can't make a determination. So it is either unknown or we can't determine between one or more other mechanisms or manners of death.
We'll get back to that in a moment. In your prior testimony, you mentioned the term autopsy, and I think I glossed over it. What does an autopsy actually entail?
So an autopsy is a medical type of examination. It has multiple parts. The first of which is going to be an external examination. So we look at the body. We document any identifying features, eye color, hair color, tattoos, any external trauma or injuries that we can see with our eye. Then we'll move on to an internal examination where we open the body in a surgical-like fashion. We again inspect the internal organs for things like natural disease or trauma and injury. The autopsy also includes ancillary testing, such as like toxicology testing. We can do imaging like x-rays. We can get other consultations as we see fit, as well as look at tissue under the microscope if needed.
And I would presume that every autopsy is a bit different and determinative of what types of testing you're going to conduct.
Yes, so we perform these things on a case-by-case basis.
I want to bring your attention back to August 8th of 2023. On that date, did you receive a body ultimately identified as Johnathan Willette?
Yes.
And was that your work documented under Clark County Coroner's Office case number 23-04811?
Yes.
What was the condition of John's body and how did you receive it?
So the body is received at our office in a sealed body bag. Once the seal is broken, the body undergoes forensic processing and goes through the autopsy procedures that I've previously discussed. At the time of the external examination that I performed, there was absence of the head of Mr. Willette's body.
While the autopsy process is occurring, are you or other staff photographing the body?
Yes, photographs are taken at every step of the process of the autopsy examination, which are done by our forensic technicians.
Those forensic technicians, do they go hands-on with the body at any point during the process?
Yes, our forensic technicians are actually responsible for moving the body and eviscerating the body, which is, again, doing the internal examination or internal dissection portion of the exam.
Do those forensic technicians work in tandem? Do they work alone? What is the common process?
The forensic processing is usually done by the forensic technician in singularity prior to the exam, and during the exam, we do work in tandem with the forensic technician.
Weird question, but I have to ask it. What percentage of your forensic techs are female?
Currently, at this time, 100% of our forensic technicians are female.
And is it common for those female forensic technicians to flip bodies on their own
Okay, I see
Yes.
relevance now.
all the time?
Quite often.
In this particular case, you and forensic techs documented the process of the autopsy and have moved for the admission of 464 through 494, Judge.
Any objection to this?
No, Your Honor.
They'll be admitted.
Thank you. May I publish?
Yes.
Starting with 464, what are we looking at here?
So this is a photograph of Mr. Willette as received in the body bag.
465, is that his lower body?
Yes.
What are these items on his hands?
These are bags to preserve possible trace evidence that are placed on the body at the scene.
During this process, do you measure the body?
I personally do not, but the body is measured, yes.
Yeah, and when I say you, I sometimes mean the team. Somebody in the process measures the body, correct?
Yes.
In this particular case, what were the body's measurements?
The length was measured at 68 inches and the weight 169 pounds.
So his body as received is 169 pounds, correct?
Correct.
I would presume it would be more if his head was attached.
Not by much.
Do you know the average weight of a human head?
Probably on the line around 10 pounds.
So he's pretty light for somebody that's
During your external examination of the body, what general things did you notice?
So, as previously stated, there was the absence of the head and upper neck, as well as there was some changes to the front side of the body that were consistent with some kind of chemical type burns.
Back to 464. If you could point to what you mean by chemical type burns.
So all along the front of Mr. Willette's body, we have changes of the skin, which again are consistent with a more chemical type burn.
Are all of the changes or the discoloration in the skin we're seeing those chemical burns, or is there something else going on here?
There is additional to the burn type pattern, there's almost like a diamond weave type pattern that you can see on predominantly the chest, which is actually consistent with the pattern that was
No, they're
seen
not gonna
on the
show pictures
mattress
of his
where
body.
Mr. Willette's body was found.
Ma'am, what is lividity?
Lividity is the postmortem pooling of blood in the gravity-dependent areas of the body.
And what is slippage?
Slippage is a term that we use for the appearance that the skin can show when there's separation of the top layer of skin that happens.
Okay. Does that typically happen post-mortem?
Yes.
Showing you the front of John's right arm. Do you see that there?
Yes.
What are we looking at here?
So this looks like to be an area of some postmortem changes, which could be, as previously described, some area of skin slippage.
When it comes to lividity and these postmortem changes that occur to a body, is it possible for you to establish a time of death based upon that?
Sometimes.
Okay, what do you mean by that?
So there are a lot of factors that we need to evaluate for determining time of death. Most of these factors are highly variable, which includes things like the actual decedent's natural state of health. In addition to that, the environment that the body is found, things like heat, humidity, et cetera, as well as any external factors or the environment, such as water or air or soil that the body is found in.
Not to mention, you're typically not conducting an autopsy immediately after death, correct?
Correct.
In this case, I believe you did it on August 8th.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. And so do you have an opinion as to John's time of death?
No, our determination on time of death is, again, highly variable, and it would have to be given within a range of time based on the state of the body. In this particular case, it would probably be within a half day or hours.
States 472. Oops. Is this John now laying on what would be his belly?
Yes.
Is there an anatomical or I guess a forensic term for that?
Prone?
So he is prone with belly down now, correct?
Yes.
What is this kind of discoloration we're seeing on the side?
This could potentially be an area of liver.
What's liver?
As we previously discussed, blood pooling in the gravity-dependent areas of the body.
What does this tell you about John and his circumstances of his death?
At one point in time, he may have been face down or face up. This is a lateral aspect of the body, so I can't tell you.
Okay. Showing you 473. What are we looking at here?
This is kind of the neck region of the body.
From the back?
Yes.
474, same position basically?
Yes.
Now with a ruler? Did you or your forensic techs clean up John's body?
Yes, the forensic technicians.
Before I move on, did you notice anything about the blood that was abnormal? Is this normal, the coloring?
I can't tell anything from this photograph.
475, what are we looking at here?
So this is now a cleaned up photograph of that same area, the neck region from the back.
Is there anything notable to the back of the neck?
Yes.
What is that?
So in this photograph, you can see that there are some superficial incised wounds that are somewhat parallel to the main area of defect at the neck here.
476, is that a little bit closer on those areas that you were describing?
Yes.
What does this tell you, if anything, as a forensic pathologist?
This may indicate there were previous attempts to use a sharp force injury in this area.
Previous to the decapitation itself?
Yes.
Did you document John's hands?
Yes.
478, is that his right hand?
Yes.
479, another angle of his right hand.
Yes.
480, same thing, another angle.
Yes.
481, inside of John's right hand.
Yes.
Did you observe any bleeding injuries to his right hand?
No.
482, is this John's left hand?
Yes.
483, also his left hand?
Yes.
Do you see these little things here?
Yes.
What do these appear to be to you?
Some type of callus or blister.
Any bleeding injuries to his left hand?
No.
484, another shot of his left hand.
Correct.
485, the inside of his left hand.
Yes.
And what are we looking at here?
Again, I would consider these blisters or calluses.
Any bleeding injuries to his left hand at all?
No.
Did you observe any minor injuries to the rest of John's body, staying away from the head and neck?
Yes, there are a few contusions or bruises to the extremities.
When you say a few, how many do you mean?
At least 3.
Were those minor in nature, meaning not very apparent?
Yes.
The dance party.
I'm going to show you now another kind of graphic photo. 466. Can you reorient us?
Yes, so again, this is a photograph of the neck region, and now the body is on its backside.
Okay. Can you just describe what you're seeing in this photograph?
Sure. So there is a kind of irregular defect that has resulted in a complete decapitation of the body.
When you say irregular
injuries
defect,
to put out
can you
tissue.
provide any further context to that?
The surface of the wound looks kind of ragged. It doesn't look straight.
468, are we now looking down into essentially what would be John's neck?
Yes.
What did you observe during your internal examination of this portion of the body?
So on the internal examination, anatomically or just by looking at it, this wound did not appear to be ante-mortem. It appeared to be post-mortem, so made after death.
Okay. And how are you able to determine that?
So when the body is alive, there are some features that we can look at anatomically or with our eye, as well as microscopically, to indicate that there was a body's response to an injury. And I saw neither of those, again, grossly or microscopically in this particular case.
So to oversimplify it, the decapitation happened after he was killed.
Yes.
470, is this a side view of that same area?
Yes.
What type of surfaces or types of the body are actually sliced through when a decapitation occurs?
So in this particular case, we would consider this a complete decapitation. So there is transection through the soft tissues, which are like skin and muscle, as well as any vasculature that is within that soft tissue. In this case as well, the decapitation went through the spine. So both the bony parts of the spine as well as the spinal cord, as well as the structures in the neck. So again, the muscle, soft tissues of the neck, as well as kind of the throat area.
States 486, what are we looking at here?
So this is a internal photograph of that same area, taken from the front side of the body.
What is the purpose of you eviscerating the skin and taking these photographs?
Well, as part of the autopsy examination, we examine all parts of the body, one of which is routinely the neck. So we would do this naturally in every case.
Did you see any evidence of strangulation with what was left of the neck?
No.
What would you expect to see in the event of strangulation?
So in some strangulation cases, findings that are suggestive of that would be intramuscular hemorrhage of the anterior neck muscles, as well as sometimes we can have fracture of the hyoid bone, which is a bone in the neck.
And is the hyoid bone in this particular case gone?
Yes.
So you weren't able to examine the hyoid bone, but you didn't see any of that hemorrhaging you just described.
That's like right
Correct.
here. So
When
that,
it comes to eviscerating a body, is it common for you to use tools?
Yes.
Do you use mechanized tools or just hand-powered tools?
Both.
When you use mechanized tools, do you get blood splatter in your face?
Not me personally, no.
Okay. Are there times in which there will be splatter?
Yes.
How so?
So if a saw is being used and there is active bleeding, say within the brain or within the head, sometimes as part of the technique of taking off the skull cap, blood could splatter.
When there's active bleeding inside the head?
Yes.
Okay. If someone is dead, how is there active bleeding inside the head?
Well, there is blood within the cranial cavity, and the sheer mechanism of the saw can splatter blood.
Got it. When it comes to the autopsy process, is there ever a time in which you need to decapitate a body?
No.
Okay, so that's not a thing that you actually would have to do.
No.
So In this particular case,
I feel like I've heard
did you
that done
use
before, though.
tools to take some items out of John's body to forward on to someone else?
Yes, tools were used.
What type of body parts are you removing?
So as part of this particular examination, segments of the cervical spine were removed for a forensic anthropology consultation.
States 488, is that one of the sections?
Yes.
And
Did you say 488 or 48?
488.
488, okay.
And 489, is that the same section? Was it one section you took or multiple?
Multiple cervical vertebrae were taken out.
States 490, are those
I
the
wonder if having
cervical
to look
vertebrae
carefully
that were
about
taken?
this.
Yes.
Probably.
And 491, what is this little piece here?
I don't know.
Okay. Was this obviously removed from the body
Yes.
and provided to the forensic anthropologist?
Yes.
Is that Dr. Jennifer Burns?
Yes.
Why is it that you need to enlist the assistance of Dr. Burns?
So forensic anthropologist can help us. Well, she can look at the bones that were removed from the body and possibly do studies, either by eye or with the use of microscope, to see what kind of marks were left on those bones.
And that was done in this case?
Yes.
Once that is done, do you receive her report back?
Yes.
And after that, is it that coupled with a bunch of other stuff that you make your ultimate cause and manner determination?
Correct.
And you mentioned toxicology earlier, 492, what is this?
No, this is a urine drug screen cup.
493,
Oh,
Same thing, just different side.
494, same thing.
Yes.
I'm curious about these tox results.
Did you send those items out for testing as well?
Yes, we sent multiple samples for official toxicologic analysis.
And what were the results associated with John's tox analysis?
So in the peripheral blood, ethanol or alcohol was detected, as well as caffeine and I believe cotinine, which is a metabolite of nicotine. Those items were also detected in the urine and gastric contents.
Was there a low level of marijuana?
Oh, yes, I apologize. Delta 9 THC, which is the active ingredient in marijuana, and its metabolites were also detected in the peripheral blood.
And was there findings associated with GHB?
Yes, so in addition, in the heart blood, GHB, which is gamma butyric acid, was also detected at a low level.
Sometimes the body
What
can
kind
do
of
that.
scientific explanation is there for the GHB?
So GHB is a chemical that can be endogenously produced, which means our body naturally produces it. And at the level that was detected through the toxicology report is consistent with natural levels of GHB.
Okay.
Okay, so we all have
is
GHB in our
a great
bodies?
drug,
Yes.
if you don't know
So the
that.
level found here is not as though he
It's fine.
ingested some drug. It's actually consistent with naturally occurring levels in our body.
Yes.
And you mentioned alcohol was found in his body.
Yes.
What was the level with association to that?
In the peripheral blood, I believe it was 29 milligrams per deciliter.
And does that, I guess, is there a percentage or a decimal that's associated with that?
Yeah, so that would equate to like a blood alcohol level of 0.029.
And are you
Oh.
familiar with the legal
So
limit in Nevada?
Not drunk at all.
Yes,
What is it?
0.08.
Okay, and that's considered legally drunk?
I guess so.
Okay. Well, 0.02 is a relatively low level.
It's below the legal driving limit, yes.
Are there
Interesting.
post-mortem changes that occur that could affect the level of blood alcohol concentration?
Yes, there could be.
And how would that potentially affect the level?
So as the body decomposes, the microbes that are in our body actually also produce alcohol. So in advanced decomposition cases, there could actually be alcohol detected that wasn't necessarily in the body at the time of death, or could falsely elevate the level that is detected.
Okay, so I don't want to oversimplify it, but at the time of John's death, he had a blood alcohol concentration of 0.02 or less.
Yes,
It wouldn't be higher.
correct.
Ultimately, did you make a determination as to John's Cause of death?
Yes.
And what was that?
Homicidal violence.
What does that mean in your world?
So it's a term that we use in forensics to indicate that there is no anatomic cause of death that is identified at exam. There's no toxicological cause of death that is identified. And the circumstances surrounding the death are objectively suspicious. So in this case, there is a postmortem decapitation.
Had a blunt force injury to his head killed John, is it fair to say that you would need his head to make that legal determination?
Yes.
Okay. That you never received his head up until today's date?
Correct. There was no head available for evaluation.
And ultimately, what did you determine was John's manner of death?
Homicide?
Thank you. I'll pass the witness.
Yes, was Your Honor going to take it, or were we going to take it?
No, we're going to finish her up for lunch.
Okay. Good afternoon.
Not great for his client.
Ma'am, in reference to your testimony concerning lividity, start with that, the beginning of your testimony. Just walk through this. You're not able to give any opinion as to the position where this body was in when this person was decapitated, correct?
Correct.
Can't say if the body'd been moved or anything like that based upon your review of the body.
Correct.
That's funny. We all saw it.
You're unable to say whether the body was face down or face up when the decapitation occurred. Fair to say?
Correct.
In reference to the wounds that you had testified concerning, you had said that they may indicate a pre-attempt to decapitate. Do you recall that?
Previous.
Okay, a previous.
Yes.
Could have been a post, though. I mean, you can't say for sure one way or the other, correct?
Correct.
So that's an assumption.
Yes.
At this point in time, on August 8th, when you conducted this examination, approximately how many autopsies did you perform?
At that time, I would estimate maybe 500-600 autopsies.
Okay. How many years had you been conducting autopsies when you conducted this autopsy?
2023. 2 years.
2 years.
Oh, wow.
However, due to these, perhaps can we say out of the ordinary circumstances, this was sent to a Dr. Burns. There were tissue samples and things sent to Dr. Burns. Fair to say, the anthropologist?
The bones were sent, yes.
Bones.
Yes, Daria, this is the ME.
You had testified that you were unable to approximate the time of death other than half a day, something like that, correct?
Yes, a large range of time.
Large range, okay. So you couldn't say 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock the previous day, could you?
That's correct.
When the body is examined and further dismembered, the body is refrigerated, correct?
Yes.
At what temperature is the body when you examine it? Just give or take.
At the time of examination, room temperature.
Okay, but previous to the examination?
While refrigerated?
Yes, yes. When it's brought, why don't we go through the process a little bit? The body is brought to the coroner's office, correct?
Yes.
Where is it placed?
The body is then placed in our refrigeration area, yes.
Okay, and this refrigeration area, kind of like you see in the movies, has bodies, trays, things like that?
Yes, there are other bodies.
And what temperature are those refrigeration units where the bodies are stored?
I don't know off the top of my head.
Okay. Cold enough to preserve the bodies, correct?
Yes.
Fair to say just above freezing?
I can't say.
Okay, you don't know.
I don't know.
You were asked questions concerning through the course of your examinations, these autopsies, limbs, other things are severed, correct?
Sorry, can you repeat the
be.
question?
I mean, you were asked on direct. At times, there's a necessity to cut a body, correct?
Yes.
And these cuts are generally made by yourself, the coroner.
No, not always.
Who are they made by?
So our forensic technicians assist us in the evisceration portion of our examinations.
And during this evisceration portion, the bodies have just been brought from the refrigerators or the cooling, freezing devices, correct?
Yes, in our storage area.
Fair to say then you're not going to have cast off or splatter because the blood contained within the cadaver is very cold, correct?
Well, the heart is also not beating, so we don't have spurting blood.
Right. We're not talking, we'll get to that. But as far as, obviously you'll agree with me that there's a congealing mechanism when the body is refrigerated, correct?
Blood can clot, yes.
And this evisceration of the body occurs sometime after the death, generally, correct?
Yes.
It can be perhaps like a day, in this case, 2 days, 3 days, multiple days, correct?
Correct.
So we've got a body now that has obviously been dead for some period of time in conjunction with this element of refrigeration, correct?
Yes.
And you would agree with me then that when the tools are used, and you'll agree with me that these tools that are used are designed to cut through tissue, bone, things of that nature.
Yes.
So they're made to sever limbs or sever necks, things like that, correct?
Yes.
So when you're using these specialized instruments made for the dismemberment of a body, it's done with a special instrument. It's done when the body's been refrigerated. It's been done sometime after the person has been deceased, correct?
In my experience, yes.
Let's turn our attention to the facts and circumstances of this case, okay?
Okay.
Let's say a person is decapitated a fairly short time after that person or upon that person being killed, okay? You'd expect that if the neck is severed or the body is severed from the head, there's going to be fresh blood, correct? Perhaps if the person is dead and the heart's not beating, but we have liquid blood, correct?
I would expect there to be blood, yes.
Let's say a sawzalls are used or some other electric saw. Fair to assume that we're going to have some blood if this head is being severed, correct?
Possibly.
Closer in time to death, the more likely that we're going to have blood that's able to be cast off, correct?
Possibly.
And we're not talking about a slight possibility, we're talking about a real possibility, aren't we?
Can you be more specific? I don't know what you're asking. Sorry.
Okay, what part of my question is unclear, just so I can ask you questions so we can be on the same page.
Yeah, the specification of real possibility, I don't
Okay,
know.
you say it's possible. I mean, it's likely, correct?
Depending on circumstances, yes.
Okay, so now we're getting from a near possibility to a likelihood. This person is dead. This person is immediately decapitated with a non-specialized device. Likely we're going to have some cast off of blood, aren't we?
I wouldn't say yes to cast off. There likely is blood, yes.
And when we talk about likely blood, we're talking about basically the kinetic energy from a saw going back and forth. We're going to expect to see blood spatter, aren't we?
Possibly.
Likely, correct?
I have no experience in this particular situation.
Okay.
So I can't give my opinion as to that.
So when you're asked questions concerning when you're doing this in the very controlled circumstances of an autopsy, you can't really compare, so you can't really give an opinion, but obviously it's more likely there's blood that's going to be
He was shot.
spit out or sent out if a person's being decapitated close in time to their death, correct?
Possibly.
Okay. You would agree with me that you can't say to any degree of medical certainty that this person was actually dead when this decapitation occurred, correct?
In my opinion, this decapitation was a post-mortem event. So yes, after death.
Okay. How close in time then? Do you know?
I do not know.
Today you've just testified that it's homicidal. Basically the death was homicidal in nature, correct?
Yes.
I believe your term was homicidal violence.
Yes.
But you can't tell us how this person died, correct?
That is correct.
There had been questions concerning, was it the hyoid?
Yes,
Yoko
hyoid
heard
bone.
a
And
loud
that would
bang
indicate perhaps a
at
strangulation,
2 in the morning.
correct?
Yes,
Could it have been? a
However, in
gunshot?
this case, you didn't have that bone to review, correct?
that is correct.
I mean, you can't say if this person died choking, correct?
Can you specify the nature of the choking?
Choked.
No,
You can't say then, that could have happened, correct? That's possible.
that's possible, yes.
This person could have had a pillow placed over his face, correct?
Correct.
And then decapitated, isn't that right?
Correct.
This person could have been shot in the head, correct?
That is correct.
So you can't give an opinion excluding that, can you?
That's correct.
Well, yeah,
You
but
were
if
asked
their
questions
hearing's not
concerning
great
any
because they're
bleeding
older, that would
injuries
mean
on
that
the
it's
body,
even
correct?
louder.
Yes.
Fair to say at
They're
this
gonna
point
hear
in
it.
time, this body wasn't bleeding, correct?
No active bleeding, correct.
I mean, the head's off, it's
thinking.
not bleeding, correct?
Yes.
Fair to say, and you'll agree with me that, I mean, a decapitation is a fairly rare event in your line of work, as opposed to other manners of death, or
Yes.
would you agree with me that it would be difficult to effectuate a decapitation?
I don't know. I have never attempted one myself.
Okay. Based upon the physicality of this, I mean, there's a number of things that are involved, correct?
Yes.
We have the blood system, the veins, things of that nature in the neck, correct?
Yes.
And you would agree with me that that person is dead or not. I mean, we have what, the aorta veins? Big veins, correct?
The aorta is not in the neck.
I'm sorry, the heart, but I mean the neck. We have the
Carotids.
correct, that's a fair amount of blood there, correct?
Yeah, can be.
Dead or not, correct?
Well, if they're dead, there's no blood in the carotids.
Okay, so they're saying, let's say that person died shortly before or at the time of decapitation, there's going to be blood in carotid arteries, correct?
There might be.
Okay. And if those carotid arteries are severed, we're going to expect cast off from the blood contained within the carotid arteries, correct?
If the person is dead, no.
Okay, so let me say, in the arteries, is there going to be blood? And we're not talking a person that's been dead for days. We're talking minutes, perhaps.
Yes, there may be some residual blood.
Okay, and this residual blood, if those arteries are cut with a power tool, we're going to expect there's going to be some form of cast off, correct?
There may be, yes.
The musculature, obviously that would have to be severed, correct?
Yes.
And there's a fair amount of musculature in the human neck, correct?
Yes.
Fair to say that the neck contains a fairly complex arrangement of tissues, major blood vessels, trachea, things of that nature, correct?
Yes.
The vertebrae in this case were severed,
Yes.
as well as the thick ligaments connecting such, correct?
Yes.
We also have the spinal column that would have to have been severed, correct?
Yes.
And again, that's fairly a lot, isn't it? I mean, we're talking about a big cut, aren't we?
Yes.
Dense ligaments, cartilage, correct? All that had to have been severed, correct?
Yes.
So this is fairly different than, let's say, a limb, correct?
That depends.
Okay, an arm. I mean, neck's a lot more going on there than an arm, correct?
Yes and no. There are still some of the same elements that you see in the neck and arm, including bones and soft tissues.
Okay. But would you agree with me that the neck is a more complex portion of the body than the arm?
Yes.
Obviously, you have the heart supplying the brain with blood, correct?
No, it is not.
Yes.
So you have large artery supplying the brain with blood, correct?
Yes.
In your report concerning the postmortem examination of the body of Johnathan Willette, you arrive at a conclusion that it was consistent with the use of 2 tools.
That was not my opinion personally. That was integrated from the forensic anthropologist consultation report.
Okay. But this was the report, and I'm referring to the autopsy report. You authored this report.
Correct, but I garnered that information from Dr. Burns's report.
Do you adopt it? Do you have any reason to disagree with Dr. Burns's?
Which means we will be talking to Dr. Burns.
So then in your report where you incorporated Dr. Burns's conclusions, 2 tools, correct?
Per her report, yes.
A hand-powered knife, correct?
I don't recall if the wording was knife.
And if I told you it says a hand-powered knife, would you have any reason to disagree
No.
with me? And a mechanically powered saw, correct?
Sure.
On your pathologic findings, in addition to the decapitation, you also found hepatic steatosis,
Correct.
and that is?
Fatty liver disease.
You were given, asked questions concerning the blood alcohol content, correct?
Yes.
And it's your testimony that that was the blood alcohol content at the time of death?
Most likely, yes.
Would that blood alcohol content changed following the time of death?
It could. So, as previously discussed in the postmortem interval, there is postmortem development or formation of ethanol that can be produced by the body's microbes.
So then it would be unfair to say what the blood alcohol content was actually at the time of death. Fair to say?
Correct.
And also that person's blood alcohol content would have to be, you say at the time of death, but then we don't know what the time of death is, do we?
Not exactly.
We can't say it was 3 o'clock, 3:30, anything like that, can we?
No.
Now, it's possible, based upon your understanding the physiology of how we process alcohol in our bodies, this person may have had a much higher blood alcohol content, let's say at 1 p.m., correct?
Can you specify the time that you're using in relation to the question?
Okay. You were asked a question, this person's blood alcohol, 0.02 something, remember that?
Yes.
0.29 milliliters per milliliter of blood. You gave it an opinion concerning the blood alcohol, correct?
Correct.
But you'd have to know the time of death, correct? That's part of this analysis.
No.
Okay. My question to you now is, let's say the time of death is 3 o'clock, okay? Are you able to give us with an estimation, and I won't hold you to it specifically, but can you give us an estimation of that person's blood alcohol at 2 o'clock, assuming that person died at 3?
No.
Can you give us the blood alcohol content at 1 o'clock, assuming that person died at 3?
No.
Midnight, you can't, can you?
No.
In addition to the alcohol that was in the blood, you also found evidence of THC, correct?
Correct.
And what was the level of THC in Mr. Willette's body?
I don't recall off the top of my head.
Okay. Fair to say that the combination of both alcohol and THC affects a person's ability to drive a vehicle?
Possibly.
possibly?
I'm not a clinical toxicologist. My patient population is very specific, and those patients have no clinical signs and symptoms at the time that I see them. So I cannot opine as to their behavior living with those certain levels.
Very, very fair to say. So I'll ask you a more general question. You'll agree with me that the combination of alcohol and THC cause a person to be more intoxicated?
I don't know.
And then thirdly, you had testified concerning the presence of GHB, correct?
Yes.
And you opined that that may be a result just of natural antecedents, fair to say?
Yes, it's consistent with the level that we would naturally produce in our body.
But you can't give an opinion as to whether or not this person had ingested drugs or GHB specifically.
That's correct.
So this person may have, in addition to ingesting alcohol and marijuana, this person may have ingested GHB, correct?
Yes, possibly.
And again, the combination of these three substances would presumably lead to an intoxicated state.
At those
It
levels?
might. Again, I'm not a clinical practitioner.
At those levels now.
Fine, brief question. Through the course of this dismemberment or evisceration, do you wear goggles?
I wear a face shield.
Okay, and that's because of cast off and things that you may get, correct?
Along with other bodily fluids that we may encounter, yes.
Apron on, correct?
Yes,
For the same reason, to protect yourself from cast off of blood or other bodily fluids.
correct.
And again, the height of this autopsy table, what is the height?
I don't know off the top of my head.
Is it made for the ease of moving a cadaver?
Yes, so it can be moved up and down.
To ease in the flipping back and forth and such of the body, correct?
Also to help with our technicians who are of varying
think so
heights.
either.
So they're the ones doing the evisceration. So we want everyone to be ergonomic and comfortable.
Understood, and to work together as a team to move the body, correct?
Yes, sometimes we do.
Thank you. I have no further questions.
No, you're on, thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, do you have any questions for this witness? Okay, seeing no response, Dr. you are excused. Thank you very much for your testimony here tonight.
All right, we're going to be going to lunch.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take our lunch recess. It's going to be a shorter than normal lunch recess because we are going to adjourn today at 3 o'clock. So I'm going to shorten lunch a little bit and then you get to go home early.
Oh,
During this recess, you must not discuss opinions with anyone, including fellow jurors, in any way regarding.
we're going to be done at 6 o'clock. Love that for us.
Internet or other means of communication or social media. You must
It's cool. We didn't need to hear what they were saying. It's fine. Core TV. Love that for us. Cool. Why? Let me pop over to another channel to see what time they're saying that they're going to be back from lunch. The judge did say that they're going to be done at 3 o'clock today. So, hold on. Just a second. I'm trying to.
because we are going to adjourn today at 3 o'clock, so I'm going to shorten lunch a little bit and then you get to go home early. You're welcome. During this recess, you must not discuss opinions with anyone, including fellow jurors, in any way regarding this case or its merits, either by voice, phone, email, text, internet, or other means of communication or social media. You must not read, watch, listen, news, or media accounts or commentary about the case. You must not do any research such as the social dictionary, using the internet, or using reference materials. You must not make any
Tell us what time we're going to be back, though.
aspect of the case or any other way to investigate or learn about the case on your own. You must not form or trust any opinion regarding this case or the facts submitted to you. Ladies and gentlemen, 12:30 will be in recess till 1:15.
Oh, 1:15. So that's 4:15 for us. Yes. Oh, so they are taking like a 45-minute lunch. So we're not going to be on break for very long. I am going to take a quick, short little break. but we'll start before court does. Again, that way I just have time to do a few things, and court's going to end early today. So I kind of love that for us, I'll be honest. Oh, now it's playing music. um, oh, we're set for 4 p.m. Okay. Well, here's what I'm going to do, because we'll have some time to talk before the jury comes back from lunch. I'm just going to go ahead and end this stream for now, do a few quick things in my short amount of time, and then I'll be back at 4 and we'll kind of discuss the afternoon, because there are some things that the medical examiner said that I think is very important. We'll highlight them now and then we'll discuss later. But she stated his toxicology is what really I focused on. All right, sure, he had a little THC in his system, but not a large amount. That's not going to do a whole lot. The GHB, the body makes that anyway. And again, it was a very, very small amount. So he most likely was not given GHB. The third is his alcohol level was barely even an alcohol level, which, remember, Devyn said, oh, he was drinking, we were drinking, and he passed out because he was drunk. Now, it does sound like he drank a lot, but it seems like this night, however, was not a drinking night for him. So I'm going to get off here real quick. This should portal you over to our next stream. Feel free to hang out with everybody in the chat. They're a fun time. And I will be back at 4 p.m. Eastern for part 2 of day 3 of the Nevada versus Devyn Michaels. So I'll see you guys soon. Go forth and be amazing. Bye, guys.